Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into round number 15 of the 2025 MotoOption Supercross Championship live here on Start Your Systems TV. I am Kellen Brower, joined by Andrew Wood, as always, ready to bring you guys the action from Pittsburgh. First time we have ever been to Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's been since 1983 that Supercross even visited the Pittsburgh area. So we got a new venue, we got a new place to talk about, and we also have two championship fights that are really good in both 250 East and 450s coming up tonight.
Yeah, excited. I like the look of the track too. Should be pretty difficult for these guys, and I think it's going to keep everyone on their toes. 450 points race is really close. We got Eaglin trying to pull up and do something against Braden Carter, stop him from winning his 5th straight title. And the 250 class, we're seeing if Johnny Padani can keep knocking off points and somehow take this thing home, or if Cade Matherly can kind of extend his lead, maybe even clinch a race early. So going to be an interesting night of racing, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. But before we get into the excitement of the racing tonight, obviously a very somber news or sad situation, whichever way you would like to look at it, that our good friend Jerry Robin, we've all known him. We played MX Sim with him. He was a professional racer in the game about 8 years ago. Crashed this past weekend at the East Rutherford Supercross in qualifying, and as of right now still has no feeling from what he says his belly button down. So fused spine, T3 to T9, I think is what he said. Yeah, we're all praying for him and hope he gets better soon. There's a Road to Recovery page set up if you guys wish to donate there, or if you'd rather donate straight to this fund here tonight that I have up on the screen. As you guys can see right here at the top of the screen, we're doing a Race for Jerry stream here this evening. We will make sure to get all of those funds directly to Jerry as soon as possible to maybe help out with even just getting, some comfort food sent to the hospital, as him and his wife Jennifer are still in the hospital in the New York area as of right now. So our prayers are up for Jerry for sure. Feels terrible for him. Personally speaking, I've had a really just shitty week, to be honest with you. This took a lot out of me. I'm not that even excited to go to the race this weekend in Pittsburgh, but it sucks, man. It really does.
Yeah, I know you, especially being in the sport so much, and as far as knowing him playing sim, have known him for a long time and pretty close with him, and I consider him one of my good friends. So just a bummer deal. His wife shot my one of my best friend's weddings too. She's a photographer, and they're just great people. And anything you guys can do tonight to donate. I know you guys were donating strong last weekend with us, last Wednesday, and anything you guys can do to help. We'll get that money straight to him as quick as possible. Give him some coffee or anything like that. Help his wife out. Anything they need. Would really appreciate it for you guys.
Yeah, and so you guys can head to the description below. There's a link there. It takes you right to a donation page. Should be pretty simple to do so. Shout out Matt Edwards, who already put in $20 to get things going. But yeah, just a bad situation. And to answer the questions in chat, it hopefully is not permanent. But as of right now, nothing has improved since he crashed on Saturday and had his spine fused. They said they found bone fragments in the spinal cord. It's not severed, which is positive because obviously that means that there's a chance that he gets feeling back. But he just actually posted an update this afternoon where he said nothing feels any different than it did on Saturday. And that's 4 days later. So hopefully the swelling goes down and maybe we start to hear some more positive signs. But at least for now, it's just not a good deal all around. And the medical bills will stack up, but just even, to send a little comfort his way and let people know that the sim community, which he was around for a lot of 8 years ago, like I said, is still by his side and definitely wishing him the best. Whatever you guys put on tonight as well, my wife and I are also going to add $100 to that as well. And hey, shout out Yogi944, just as we're speaking about it, a $50 donation as well. We would like to get to 500 tonight for Jerry to help him out. Big shout out, by the way, to both Lawrence brothers. Jet and Hunter already donated $1,000 each to Jerry to help out with the cause a little bit as well. So yeah, tough deal. We're definitely thinking of Jerry tonight. Hopefully, if he's in, the hospital room, he's hanging out with his wife and, maybe having at least a moment of reprieve for just a little bit. But tough situation all around. So description in the link in the description below if you guys want to help out. Shout out BAC as well, another $20 tip coming in. Thank you guys so much for the support. And all of it heading to Jerry Robin, like I said. All right, let's talk about qualifying and what is going on with that as we'll get this pulled up on our screen. Actually, I'm going to get another refresh. But before we do that, one quick thing to talk about, and I'll put this tab up here as well. Braden Carter was actually penalized last week by Caden Speck in the 450 main event. Speck said that he went straight for him and T-boned him. And this is the evidence that they use right here. So we can take a quick look at this video. There's Carter on the one. Looks like he comes through this corner and tries to go to the outside of this corner, but just goes straight in and punts Caden Speck. And warning for aggressive racing. So that is Carter's second warning of the season. He has no more warnings really to give, but at least he was not suspended or banned or anything along those lines. Hey, shout out Ginger34 as well. $20 tip says, get better, Jerry. Loved his interview with Gypsy Tales. Get better soon. Indeed. Okay, let's talk about qualifying here tonight. Braden Carter has gone fastest, a 49.601 over Seth Carr's 49.64. Luke Sullivan, Hubbard, Siebold, all in the 49s as well, as is Braden Tharp. And then Seth Surley down there in 7th. And Colby Eaglin, who's now 3 points back in the championship, in 9th. So clearly, Braden Carter, a bad couple weeks of racing for him. He looks fired up, man. He is ready to come do some damage tonight here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is Eaglin's qualifying time, and maybe we missed the last update. I don't know, but I mean, to be that far off, 6/10 is a lot, especially with a close track, though. I guess that's the only good thing you can look at, that all these times are so close, so maybe there's not too much separation in this racetrack, and there's a lot of people that can get in between them, but that could go both ways. Carter can win, and Colby can get 8th, or it can go the other way, both with very good rides. So I thought Colby has the momentum here, but maybe Braden Carter's fired up, that protest, maybe got in his head, and he goes, I just need to go out there and get 1 or 2 more wins, and I'll be good. So it's kind of a toss-up right now. I had a lean Eaglin, but now when I see qualifying time, I think I might be swaying back Carter. So going to be a very fun night of racing.
It will, and if Carter is fired up the way that he is, we know that he certainly has a way of laying down some ridiculous main event speed as well. Hey, the Chrome Dog puts a P1. 51093. By the way, quick shout out to Chase Dunny for $25 and Fixie for $15. Again, all going to Jerry Robin. Everything that you guys donate through that link tonight goes right to him after this is done. I'm going to go ahead and send him the money. So thank you guys again so much for the support. Let him know, that everyone's thinking of him, and I'll be sure to write down all the names as well so he's aware of everyone that helped out. But yeah, the Chrome Dog P1 51 flat over Cade Matherly and Johnny Padani. Even those rusty old Canadian bones have still got some good laps in them, huh?
Yeah, Johnny Padani or Chromie, yeah, he's getting old, but it's crazy because Chromie seems like he comes in, he wants to be like I know he wants to be good, but I feel like he starts out the season just like, I'm getting 5 to 10, I'm kind of out here. And then I think maybe just playing throughout the season, it's slowly gotten a little bit better. He's found some more speed, and now he's showing like, dude, I can still go. Look at the UID of him and Johnny Padani. Lower than mine, I think. 5869 is me, 69, nice. 5100, 5200. That means they've had the game since early 2012. Or late 2011. So you got these other guys, Body Parker with UID 53. He was the 53,766 person to buy the game. So newer, younger blood. I mean, Chromie's had this game for 14 years and still dominating, still able to top qualify. And I think that's pretty damn special.
It is special indeed. All right, let's quickly go through our standings just to hash this out here tonight. 3-point gap for Braden Carter. 3 rounds to go. Can Colby Eaglin topple him and take the red plate with 3 to go? We will find out soon. And in 250 East, Cade Matherly is up 18 points on Johnny Padani. He could clinch this championship here tonight with a win, and Johnny Padani finishing 5th or worse. So keep that in mind. Cade Matherly on the brink of a championship here in 250 East. Hey, big shout out as well coming in right there. Millar with a $60 donation. And did my sim really just crash? I don't think I've seen that in a hot minute, but hopefully it comes through fine in just a minute here. Hey, and then 10 with a $10 donation. That's funny. These people can write their name in of
I saw that.
They just put a 10. Which I think that they were hoping to just do the $10 donation. I think my sim really did crash. I can't believe that just happened. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try to get that figured out. I hope I don't have to. All right, we'll just
It's a loose program.
Yeet it out of here. MX Simulator,
loose
catch the
program.
fever. 17-year-old game at this? No.
Hey,
18-year-old game at this point?
Listen, that's the first time your game has crashed in how long? And when I play MX bikes, I'm scared to move my mouse or click once on the loading screen to get into a server. So that game crashes about, if you even breathe on it wrong, it'll crash your game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sim is certainly outdated a little bit in
it runs
facets,
pretty well though.
Yeah, no, it does hold up. So
you get those games sometimes, like newer games, and they just have so many issues, and you're like, you guys are just trying to do too much. Like, just lock in, and be like Sim.
Okay, so if you're just joining us for the first time, you've never been with us for MotoOption Supercross. What's about to happen is basically a full night of racing, similar to what we see in real life. Basically, we're going to the line with 250 heat number 1 right now, and also we are now going live on TikTok. So welcome to the people over there on the TikTok side. But yeah, 250 heat 1 going to the gate first. They will make up a little 6-minute plus 1-lap race with 9 riders going to the main event. A-Wood just sitting next to me, dumping $100 into the fun. We're gonna hit the goal, I think, pretty handily tonight, which is awesome to see. Appreciate the support. Everyone's pouring in.
I was gonna send it myself, but I might as well fill that bar up while we're out here. Might have to change that. Might have to change that goal.
Yeah,
we might smash that thing before the heats are done.
We might. I mean, hopefully it just lets us keep adding to it. Oh my goodness, another $150 donation from Stats Guy. I'm pretty sure that's our guy iMoto coming through with $150, and we're 30 bucks away from the goal already. Our guy Jerry. Man, the community is awesome, and as much as it sucks what Jerry's going through, I hope that he feels a little bit. I hope that he feels a little bit satisfied in knowing that so many people appreciate him as a human and as a person. Like I said, he's been a really good friend of mine for quite a while, and I think a lot of you guys feel that same vibe as well from him. He seems like one of the most approachable pros out there, and the fact that he's going through this certainly sucks, but your guys' support definitely means a lot to not only me, but definitely, I'm sure, him and his wife and the whole Robin family. So appreciate it, and let's go 250 heat racing here in Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is round 15 of MotoOption Supercross. 250 heat 1 heads to the gate, and Alpha drops $10 as well. Much love, Jerry. Get well soon, he says. Much love indeed. All right, here we go. First time having at it in Pittsburgh. Who's going to get the all-important hole shot? It's 250 heat 1 coming at you live here in MX Simulator. Gate is down, and from the inside, I see the 175 of Velati trying to get there, but it's actually Matherly on the 25 who gets to the corner first. Joshua Crummett goes deep, and it's Cade Matherly who gets the hole shot. He's out front early on in this one. He's going to triple his way through the rhythm section. And Brady754 also says, you got this, Jerry. A $10 donation coming in from him, as we are just $10 away from the $500 goal, and we're in 250 heat 1. Insane stuff, but Matherly getting off to the early lead. Cody Branson tailing in behind him. What are you seeing out there, Andrew?
I'm thinking we bump it up to 2K. I like Cade Matherly. Oh, a huge pass up the inside by the Ross Zafarian man on the Cade Matherly, the Red Plate Championship leader, and he's feeling comfy as he tosses a huge whip. Cody Branson takes over the lead here early in this heat race, but a quick pass. I do think that double triple is going to be the move, especially for guys that are good in the whoops, as Matherly makes a pass up the inside. But Cade is doing exactly what I think he needs to do. Get his night started hot here, and just kind of get a good start, get a win here, and kind of carry that over to the main event.
And we have hit our goal. We had Oxy GXN tipping a $75 donation, and that is the one that pushed us over the top. So thank you so much to Oxy. And then Joshy Poo 312 also with a $20 dono. All the prayers and positive thoughts. Stay strong, buddy, to Jerry Robin. Insane. Thank you guys so much for the support, helping us get to this goal. I was a little bit skeptical that even 500 would be too much, so I was unsure what the goal should be, but you guys have knocked it out of the park. And again, Pressure Applier 8 also tipping $25, says get well, Jerry. You guys are the best. Really appreciate it so much. And feel free to keep adding to the total, but very thankful we have hit the goal, $610 already as Cade Matherly leads us around here in 250 heat number 1. He's got a good lead here over Cody Branson, Seth Crotty, Bodie Parker, and Luke Scheffler inside of the top 5. And we're already starting to see, Andrew, option lines. That first rhythm section really is where we're seeing the difference. These on-offs through here seem to be pretty status quo, but I like to see that the first rhythm lane and the split section after the whoops kind of giving us a little bit of different race lines for these guys to play with.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm locked in. I'm sorry. I wanted to make a post on Instagram. So I do like the first rhythm. I did think was going to be very many different options. I do think that those on-offs are different and kind of you're stuck in one line. But Cade's double triple here I think is a big one coming into the whoops. We saw Branson triple double there. Didn't work out. Yeah, sending this wall might change if people decide to get to that outside corner and just rail out of that thing. But this is going to be the big one for the night here. Different options on what you can do with that inside, outside. And just different rhythms in general. The 450 class, maybe we see even more things happening with that added power that they have, but I think it's very, very cool when there's certain parts of the track where something can change, and if they're going to use that inside line, haven't seen it yet, but maybe with the 450s we see that inside rep more. Yeah, so far nobody really seems to want to hit that inside line, but maybe as the outside gets chewed up a little bit more, we'll start to see it. Cody Branson still holding on to a strong P2 in this first 250 heat race, but Seth Crotty putting the heat on him in third now. The Boots House number 85 program has worked his way up into a good position. Looks like we just had a little bit of crashing going on in the background, trying to keep an eye on who that might be that hit the deck, as Nate tipped $20. Taylor Payne, a $25 donation as well, says, "Stay strong, Jerry. Prayers to him and his family." Man, you guys seriously knocking it out of the park. I just cannot believe how amazing this community is, and thank you guys so much for the continued support. All of it heading to Jerry Robin. As soon as we're done streaming here, I'll send that on the way. But yeah, Branson holding on to second, just trying to keep tabs on Matherly, all the while dealing with the heat coming from behind. Seth Crotty, you got Bodie Parker still up in a strong 4th position. As he's off the berm. I was like, where did he go? As Gomez goes by on the TSZZ Cowie, making the move up there on the 29. And then there's Bodie Parker right there on the 28. Killian Ortiz right behind that. Then Jeff Cooper sneaking up the inside. Here is Antonio Vellotti and Will now Dooley's. Oh, and then a takeout, and they both go down. They gave us the goods and then absolutely took each other out. They give Emmett's son P8 in the race, and now they're getting up together. Is there going to be more fireworks? Vellotti cuts underneath and passes Cepeda. Vellotti is now the transfer spot position right here. I can't believe they took each other out. Like, come on, guys. That was so sick. You do dualies. That's almost like a sign of respect, maybe. And Steven Short goes for a ride. Do a barrel roll into the corner. Still hits it, but he's got a gang of riders on his rear wheel. Another takeout as Vellotti gets caught up again. Is that Gummison?
That was Cepeda that took him out, and that came out of nowhere. None of these guys are even in transfer spot now. It's still Steven Short, even after his barrel roll, that's holding on to the spot. But it is, Gummison now 10th, Vellotti, Scheffler, and then Will now, who took out Vellotti, hanging out back here. And if you're Steven Short, you're just hoping none of these guys get up here and start fighting with you, because he's already seen the chaos commence.
Yeah, the problem is there's a lot of guys behind him. They're coming fast. And Steven Short's got to keep an eye out for them, not let them get all the way up to his rear. He's got a pretty good gap here, but trying to pull it away. And the problem is there's a pretty big gap ahead of him as far as I can see, unless, we haven't gotten really any shots where we see the 8th place rider. So Steven Short is in no man's land right here. Yeah, that's got to be 6 or 7 seconds up to the next rider there, and he's just kind of running away from these sharks that are chasing him.
Yeah, it is about 7 seconds, actually. You're almost right on the money there, up into the P8 position. So, yeah, Steven Short is just holding steady, at least for the time being. Jared Gummison, Antonio Vellotti still right in tow, as time has now expired, but our leaders had already checked in out front. So 2 laps to go, and Short just trying to get away. Jared Gummison, who we saw actually battling for the win of the heat race last week in East Rutherford, is now outside of a transfer spot. He's got Vellotti giving him heat there on the 175, and this is going to be good. A 2-lap sprint to the checkered flag. Can Steven Short hold on? He might be in a bad position right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got so much pressure. Ever since we saw him barrel roll through the whoops, he's had pretty good runs. Almost just commentator cursed him right there. As the gap up front's nothing crazy. This is probably the best battle that we have on the track. Small mistake right behind him. So Steven Short trying to just get through this rhythm lane. Ooh, a little bit sketchy coming in, but he corrals it, and he's going to get through that just fine. This rhythm section a little bit basic. Just got to make sure you get that pop off.
Lottie down in the background, and Gummison made a huge mistake in that rhythm section. You're absolutely right. This one is eating people up a little bit, and Steven Short's going to have one lap left to go to try to hold things together. Pretty spread apart throughout the field otherwise, as Cade Matherly is working on bringing this thing home on the final lap of the race. Well, he could win this championship tonight with a race victory or simply just beating Johnny Pedani by 7 points or more. And this is a great start to that potential if Matherly is going to win the title here. A heat race victory will set him up well for the main event, and it was a fast one too. He might even go to the gate with gate pick number 1. But 250 heat 1 here in Pittsburgh belongs to Cade Matherly as he gets the job done. It is Branson second, Gomez third, Seth Crotty still in fourth, Bodie Parker fifth, Jeff Cooper sixth, Sundin seventh, and Ortiz in eighth. As Steven Short is just trying to bring this thing home. He's a little nose high right there in the rhythm lane. Going to come out of this corner and not go for the double. He's playing it safe. Roll double single into the Supercross triple. A little bit of a flare over there as well, letting the people have it. And Steven Short survives the chaos from behind and makes it into the main event here in Pittsburgh. He is P9 here in Heat 1.
Yeah, Steven Short definitely earned that, Kellen. I feel like that's just such an amazing ride. After we literally saw him barrel roll the last 3 whoops into the corner, and that would rattle anyone, but he was able to calm down, calm his nerves, and just really lock in there, bring that 411 machine home and transfer straight into the main event. Looked like he had some cuts. Might have been from going through the bales, but he holds on to it by, I think he went from 4 seconds behind 8th to 9.8. I can't see. It's on that bale right there, but 411 is on there with cuts, at least 2 seconds. But I do want to shout out, obviously, Cade winning that, doing exactly what he needed to do. But Cody Branson has really came on strong these last couple rounds here and showed us like he's trying to be a contender in this class. And if you finish your season like this, bring this in the outdoors, dude, next year, if you're up there and you're battling top 3, top 5, you're going to be in the championship chase. And it's really cool to see someone seemingly come out of nowhere. He has national number 64. So obviously he scored good points last year, but really surprising me towards the end of this East Coast series. Yeah,
no question about it. It's cool to see some of these guys really come into their own and prove their worth here in MotoOption Supercross for 2025 as we are one heat race down. Hey, just a big thanks again to everybody that continues to send donations our way. SMX Come just put $10.69 in there. So, wait, we're going to end up giving exactly 69 cents to some degree to Jerry Robin.
If no one else does decimal points. So I think we should keep it that way.
But yeah, everyone that's tuning in tonight and you see that bar on your screen of the money that's already been donated, every single penny of that is going to Jerry Robin. And even after this, my wife and I are also planning on kicking in another $100 on top of that too. So yeah, thank you guys again for the support, and heal up soon. Jerry Robin is 250. Heat number 2 is getting ready to go here in Pittsburgh, and we get to see the other half of this title fight battle. Johnny Pedani, 18 points down, has been on a tear of late. Winner of the last 2 races in a row. He's been inching closer to Cade Matherly, but the damage might have already been done. Could he make it 3 in a row tonight? And does it even matter with only 2 races left to go?
Yeah, I don't really know. The thing is, I think if Pedani keeps winning how he has been, that's obviously looking good. But the fact that Cade just came out, won his first heat race of the year so far, obviously shows he's feeling good on this track. And you really need Cade to be finishing 7th to 10th place, not, first or third, or in top 3. So.
Indeed. All right, here we go. 250 heat number 2 coming at you. Shout out August Sanders, $21 donation, says $1 more than B Clay. Get well soon, Jerry. And a $4.65 donation comes in from Ocean, so we're no longer on the 69-cent train as 250 heat 1 launches into turn number 1. It is going to be
good start.
Pedani up alongside of Ben Nerona, and Pedani gets the job done. So just like Cade Matherly finds his way to the front right away, João Victor's up there on the 357 machine. Brazilian flags in the chat as he moves up into the 2 spot. And he's bringing with him the Chrome Dog, our fastest qualifier on that 61 Kawasaki. Matt Cromie sitting in 3rd.
Yeah, Padani and João Victor, the only 2 that I saw able to get the nice triple line in that first rhythm section. And then Cromie, obviously, with that speed from qualifying right behind him, I think this is going to be a really good race. For them, I'm excited to see what Cromie can do. If he's feeling great tonight, I would love to see him work his way through. He's gained a little bit on João Victor, or maybe Padani's just pulling away from them, but definitely a great start by these guys. Everyone in this championship who is relevant right now has gotten off to a great start and leading their heat race. So obviously Johnny Padani doing the most, but it might be a little bit too short. We'll figure that out later on in the 250 heat race, but right now we're just seeing what each person has for this racetrack.
Yeah, and Padani is starting to lay the hammer down just a little bit. 2-second gap on Matt Cromie as he did move into the 2nd spot. Garrett Hollenbeck, he ain't no Hollenbeck girl, hanging on to the 3 spot right now. Ben Keifa right up behind him in 4th. And then Evan Cormack going for a bit of a ride, but corrals it back together. This is our best battle on the track. Inside move for Keifa. Thought about forcing the issue on Garrett Hollenbeck, but Hollenbeck slings around the outside and holds on to the 3 spot. Nicholas Langstrup right there is in the 6th position, ahead of Christopher McPherson in 7th, Ben Nerona in 8th, and Seth Devers in the 9th spot. Brandon Walder, first guy out looking in, trying to make it up there. He's got Tyler Moore, Brandon Nygren, and Carl Novak right behind him as they go into the whoops, and Walder's going for a bit of a ride, but he's going to get the spot anyway because down on the outside right there was... Oh, João Victor's back here. Evan Cormack is also back here, so we've got some changing going on. In fact, now it is Walther into the final transfer spot ahead of Tyler Moore, and we got different rhythm options right here. The triple into the corner. Whoa, and is that Cromie that just got put down? It was. Cromie just getting up from a crash. Looks like he got put back down again by some other competitors there in the mix. Oh, and a big 4 riders down on your screen right here. Timor is down. João Victor is down. Carl Novak goes by Seth Devers and Brandon Nygren, who were down as well. So Cromie just picked it up, and he's now back into 12th. J.R. Reyes moves up into 10th as Novak now sits on the bubble, and there is some chaos going on in this heat race.
Yeah, I think that's such a difficult section because you do have that inside line that no one's really taking, but you can either slow up and take it or try to double into it. But if you're going outside like everyone seemingly is, you're cutting the track width in half. So all those riders were just so close and really nowhere to go. It's almost like the split section. If one side gets dominant, Novak, I don't know what was going on there, but Tyler Moore going to try to jump past him on the outside. No, that's Matt Cromie, I think.
Yeah, that is Cromie.
Matt Cromie back up from his crash, though. Look at these guys. 3 wide NASCAR, turning left through the first turn. Cromie's going to take the lead, but he's still got him right there on his outside. Now he's coming up the inside again, and Cromie gets cleaned out.
Oh,
2 laps
goodness.
in a row in the same corner.
Wow, and that allows J.R. Reyes right back through into that transfer spot. Novak goes by as well as he bounces into the corner. Sonny Spicer, Tyler Moore, Caden Kepka, and João Victor. I think that's how you say that, right? Kepka? Is it or
yeah, Kepke maybe.
Kopke? I don't know. João Victor, Seth
Kepka
Devers.
is, yeah,
Like Brooks Kepka? Is what I was
yeah,
thinking?
but he's got an E, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll be all right.
So Cromie, our fastest qualifier, is way back down the order, and this man, J.R. Reyes, is on the transfer spot right now in P9, the CBR Honda, holding it down. 552 program, actual pro racer, although I haven't seen him out on the races here of late. I know he's been doing some more real-life stuff as well, but good to see him back in the mix here in MX Simulator, battling it out, trying to get into a transfer spot. He's going to go under the Steve Mathis Memorial nets around the berm and then tucks the front end, so he's got front end lock for days, trying to get onto that table. He's going to roll down the backside of it, somehow still in a transfer spot as Carl Novak tries to inch that gap back down. But Ray is trying to hold tough here. Not a good look going around that berm.
Yeah, it's really weird. He just didn't really turn. It didn't seem like he cased or anything. Sometimes you're like, oh, this guy's about to go for a wild ride. J.R. Reyes just kind of looked like a controller disconnect of some sort. But J.R. Reyes still just out here absolutely pushing right now, trying to work his way forward as far as he can. I'm just trying to see some gaps at the front, man. It is starting to spread out. So, yeah, J.R. Reyes holding the 3-second lead to 10th right now, and just trying to keep, this is kind of exactly where we saw in the first heat, just trying to pull away. You have so much room in front of you. You're not really chasing 8th place. You're just trying to stay on 2 wheels, and you're not going to get it done like that as he kind of stacks his way through the rhythm section. Does keep it on 2 wheels, though, and still has a lot of breathing room. Actually, not as much, Kellen, and right behind him, there's maybe 3 seconds, but there's, once again, 3 or 4 dudes just in an absolute train, and Reyes is just all alone by himself.
Yeah, it's Caden Koepka, Carl Novak, and Matt Cromie coming through. And Cromie is starting to pick it back up from that fall 53.7 last time by, as Reyes goes 59, actually 54.7, just laid in a pretty good lap, but Cromie was flying. Let's see what he puts in. Matt Cromie goes 53 flat, 1.7 seconds faster than J.R. Reyes, and now there's only one person between him and Reyes. It's Caden Koepka. As Reyes gets a little bit sideways, he kind of got hung up on those tough blocks, and now Koepka, it looks like Cromie may have gone down as Carl Novak goes into the tough blocks as well. Cromie picks it back up, but has certainly lost some time. So Reyes is really just holding steady in this position. All of these other guys are making big mistakes behind him, and he's made a few small mistakes, but nothing big enough to really lose a lot of positions. We got guys down. That's Cormac and McPherson. They're going to get going and not be able to do the Supercross triple. In fact, McPherson's having to completely roll as Reyes jumps over top of him. Whoa, very close to landing on him as Reyes goes by into 8th. Cormac back to the bubble position. White flag in the air. What happens for this transfer spot?
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I wanted to just point out in that inside line after that triple, it's very interesting. The people that can get it so good, but I feel like it's so risky if you're not good at flat tracking and brake and throttle control. I would definitely not be able to hit that line because my throttle's either on or off. Basically, you should have had a button throttle like D. Davis always ran, but Reyes absolutely crushing that, making that pass on McPherson, and McPherson now, he's got to mount the charges. The leaders are already finishing, but this is where all the battle is. And I don't know, it's going to come down to these rhythm sections.
It is going to get so close right here. Look at Cormac is right there. And all these guys are in right now, but they're battling each other like they're not. As J.R. Reyes tries to shut the door, Cormac is just like, whatever, man, go. I don't even care. Oh, as McPherson almost loops out going into the triple face. He's a little bit off rhythm. Here comes Cromie from 10th, I should say, trying to close it down. He's going to rip around this corner. McPherson's got one turn to hold it on, and he will make it through as Cromie goes pirouetting over the berm and goes down. Insane transfer spot battle, but McPherson holds on. Cormac, Reyes, Langstrup, Walder, Hollenbeck, Nerona, Kefa, and Padani picks up the win. And before we get too far, holy crap, in chat,
yeah.
Chase Miller, $499.99 says, for Jerry, no PayPal for Streamlabs. So he says, sorry for that, but I will make sure that $500 gets to Jerry. It won't get to me for like another month now, unfortunately, but I will still make sure that it gets to him. Thank you so much, Chase Miller, for that donation. That is awesome of you, and very much appreciate the support, even if you couldn't send it through on PayPal. Man, that is huge. Thank you so much. And also coming in just there a minute ago, we had Moto Agogo with a $100 donation. He says, hate to see a good guy down. Also, Splash with a $26 donation got us up over the 900 mark here on the Race for Jerry, but now that's at 1,400 actually. And then T-Moss with a $4.56 donation brings us back from the 69 back to .25. So now they're going to probably argue to get back to 0.69. It's all over the place.
It's okay. I love the fact in chat because they're like, every time someone messes it up, that means someone else has to donate to get us back to 0.69. We will end the night on 0.69 just for the hell of it. And I will make sure it happens. Whisker Biscuit is going to do the same bet that we had last week too, trying to pick the winners of both classes. Right, cool. So that'll be awesome. And I'm assuming he will send that through to the Jerry Fund. Appreciate all that stuff. Yeah, man, it's going very well tonight, and I just appreciate everyone here. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, everyone, please use that link if you can to support our dear friend Jerry Robin, who suffered a terrible injury. And yeah, man, we will continue to shout you guys out in between races because they're coming fast. These donations. I love that we can hear the ding though through the TV because it knows every time I'm talking, I just hear the little jingle and it makes me smile. So
you know, I'm what really the jingle actually is?
Is it like it's like the PlayStation 1 startup
it's the
sound?
Xbox Rare Achievement sound effect. Yeah.
Okay.
I've always had it for our donations here, and I kind of just wanted to leave it because I like that sound. But yeah, it's like you're right. It's like a good vibe sound. It just it feels so good. And man, like
sometimes they overlap, which is awesome because I just know.
Stacked on top of each other.
We will stop after every race, and not have some dead air time. We can actually just sit here and thank all of you guys. Really shout out Chase Miller for the $500.
Yeah.
That's just absolutely insane. Would have filled up that green bar all by himself.
He would have. I mean, now I feel stupid for only doing $500 because I feel like I underestimated the community.
Yeah, I mean,
just be throwing money like
can
this.
you
It's
adjust
insane.
it like right now?
I don't think I can because it's already like a live goal.
Okay, yeah, we'll just leave it.
I'll check after this.
Yeah, because you don't want to ruin the progress.
You can still see it on the stream. We're at 181% funded. It's actually much more than that now, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just absolutely insane. All right, let's go 450 heat racing here in Pittsburgh. It is time to drop the gate, and we are racing. The 5 of T-Lane got a good jump, but the 83 of Joey Carter's trying to get there from the outside through the middle. It is one of the Phil Ski and Snowboard gasses. Was it Hubbard or was it Seth Carr? It is Seth Carr by a nose who gets the whole shot. It's Carr on the 6, Hubbard on the 78 on that gas, and then moving into third, the 39 of Tanner Rogers on the Triumph. Well, Seth Carr qualified second fastest. We got a quad single up into the corner right there as well. And look at Hubbard going inside as well. Oh man, the 450s are going to give us options. I love it.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was waiting for because it seems like the 250s are just so limited in their power that it's kind of, can you get the seat bounce for the double or maybe the triple? Now these 450 guys, they can do some crazy things, start wheeling over jumps, start ripping off some quads, maybe some 5s. Who knows what we got in store? But Seth Carr, he is one of the faster guys with a 1-lap speed, so this is going to be fun to watch him get out here up front in that very fun is that FXR gear? Looks like something they do. Very fun gear though, and he's just trying to pull away. Here's some Bobby Big Lines. There's a quad right there, quad single, and yeah, definitely switching it up a little bit from the 250 class.
Yeah, that's D-Mills 669, True Goob with 1040, Alays with $3 as Seth Carr goes down from the race lead. Hubbard now takes it over from Tanner Rogers, Frank Jackson, Cash Woods, Alec Horn, Jacob Arnbrister, T-Lang, and Xander Brion all coming through in basically a line right there. It is Hubbard into the lead, and my goodness, they just keep coming through. Supercross Pig with 1317, Dugan the most with 104, unique but boring Super Chat at 499. I'll make sure to add that to the tally. Man, you guys are just insane. It's coming through like hotcakes right now, and we're almost going to hit the 1,000 mark without even including that 499 that was sent in by Chase Miller. So insane that the donations keep funneling through. Thank you guys again. Keep pumping it up for real as the action is hot and heavy. We're seeing quads too. We had the on-off quad through this section. Let's see if Hubbard goes for it now. He does not. Kind of pogo sticks his way through there a little bit.
Not after that seat bounce off the step off for sure, but we did see Hubbard option to the inside, and I don't know if that's where he was going to end up going or if he was just able to adapt that fast. And we see a small rut building up in that inside line too with these 450 bikes. A little bit more power, probably going to be using that a little bit more. So interesting to see how this track breaks down, but Hubbard is pulling out the Bobby Big Lines as well. He's got some pressure though right behind him, and we'll see if he can kind of withstand this or if he's going to be able to pull away like we thought before. We see the rest of the guys too. We got some good battles throughout the field here too. Tyler Lang back there, 6'7", but this is going to be our closest battle on the track, and the battle for the lead is normally the most important one.
Yeah, the battle for the lead is intensifying. Look at Hubbard with that quad single and jumping into the berm, kind of angling his way into it. Looked really smooth and silky right there. And I love that inside and the off camber personally. I know that you get a little bit offline, you don't do the clean double into the Supercross triple face, but if you get up there and you rip that inside rut, I feel like the time gained back in the corner kind of suffices for it. And Hubbard showing it certainly is a viable line, but it is Tanner Rogers on that 39 Triumph who's putting the heat on. And just as I predicted in my preview video earlier today, a lot of these guys electing to double in before the whoops to get a little bit better drive by doing triple and then carrying speed in after that. So that is really cool to see. Oh man, and now Evans MTB Saga drops a $100 donation in the super chat as well, assuming no PayPal for him. So thanks again for the support, Evans. We'll add that to the fund. So we're now an extra $600 on the 941 we already have up there. You guys are the best, man. Seriously, this means a ton, not only for me, but obviously for Jerry and his family for what you guys are doing for him. So thank you so much. But yeah, I like the 2 in before the whoops. Is what we're going to see Hubbard probably do it all by himself now. Just gets you a little bit more speed going into the whoops by tripling in.
Yeah, and it's funny. I realized I always seem to watch your hot lap video at the street light coming into your house. I normally have a minute sitting there waiting for it to turn green. So I watched your lap, and I saw you hit the triple double and have to slow down so much for the double out to get a clean run where your bike settled into the whoops. And I instantly, we've seen it already this year. I was like, that's obviously going to be a double triple there for like the main race line. And it's fun that I was able to see that, as Jacob Hubbard is absolutely doing whatever the hell he can do to hit that quad, because he just hit the craziest seatbound scrub, but he's messing up this rhythm. Ooh, look at that. It messes up the inside line. That's the risky run. Tanner Rogers to the race lead.
Yeah, Tanner Rogers just pounced around the outside, and just after I said it looks awesome how Hubbard was getting that inside in the off camber, he done blows it a little bit. So now 5 minutes into this race, probably 3 to go still, because these guys will get back around before time expires again. So it is Rogers from Hubbard, Cash Woods, Frank Jackson, and Jacob Arnbrister inside of the top 5. You guys super chatting on YouTube, thank you guys so much. C24 also $7.99 Australian dollars. Brandon Nygren with the $5 as well. If you guys can, be sure to go to the link in the description below, because that deposits directly into my PayPal account, and I'll then send it right to Jerry. If you super chat, I don't get that money for like another month, so I can take it and send it to him, but it's going to be a little bit later. If you use the link in the description below, that's when I'll be able to send that money directly to him, which is why I tried to use that link. But I appreciate the support nonetheless. Thank you guys. Brandon Nygren, like I said, $5. Unique but boring, another $1.99. Yeah, thank you guys again for the support. So I wanted to go back to our transfer spot battles real quick right now. We have got Joey Carter on the bubble. He is right there just behind Xander Brion. And Brion is, let's see, about a second back of O'Brien. Alec Horn is 6 seconds back of the transfer spot, so nothing really doing there. These guys are just kind of jockeying for 8th position on the racetrack, and now it's going to be for 7th as Arnbrister was down. But yeah, Joey Carter trying to make amends and hold steady in this little fight for some good positioning gate selection wise. And you also have Blake O'Brien just up ahead of them, battling it out for, this is for 6th, and then 5th and 4th right ahead of him. So a nice little freight train all the way up there. This is Pablo Vial, who is in 10th. He is trying to fight his way into a transfer spot. He's got some ways to get there. Another 6-second gap up the road to make it happen to Arnbrister. And with the white flag waving, Arnbrister should be good to go, but it is also MX Simulator. You never know.
Yeah, never know what's going to happen, especially, you know, if you're not the most consistent championship rider. You know, it's even hard to see some consistency out of guys like Hubbard or, you know, Carter and all these guys, Eagland, you know, championship guys. So when you say, you know, this other guy, maybe his best finish is the 6th or 7th, just holding on to that 9th place spot is not the easiest thing, especially on the track with as difficult as rhythm sections as this one has. So yeah, just got to hold on though. White flag for Cash Woods, leading by a lot over Hubbard and Rogers, but we're keeping an eye on Arnbrister here, seeing if he can keep it on 2 wheels or if Pablo Vial is going to come up and take this thing away from him. So yeah, gonna be interesting, as that is the win for Cash Woods.
Cash Woods was able to get up there and take the win by a decent margin after Hubbard crashed. Rogers, Lang, Jackson, O'Brien, Brion, Carter, and Arnbrister does indeed go through to the main event. So Vial will be headed to the last chance qualifier. Wyatt Grant also going with him. Alec Horn, Caleb Hall, Spencer Turley, Evan Vanderkoy, Seth Carr, second fastest qualifier. Did not even see where he went down, but he ends up way back there. He also got absolutely destroyed by Rogan McIntosh. So then Braden Tharp, he also qualified well. He's headed to the LCQ. Jackson Lindsay and Nick Thomas-Sunis. As with that donation from Joshy Poo 312, we just surpassed the $1,000 mark on our goal bar. Again, we still will add another, give or take, 610 or 615 bucks on top of that from what people have super chatted on YouTube. So yeah, the money just keeps rolling in. You guys are insane. We're not even to our second 450 heat. We're at 200% of the goal, Awood.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy. It's just so supportive from all you guys that come out here and watch week in and week out. And, you know, some of these guys, I'm assuming, or I know a lot of these guys I've seen in chat, raced against Jerry Robin in this game for years, and also might have ridden with him in real life and raced growing up. And so, and just love watching him on TV and know that he's an amazing guy, and just, yeah, so good to watch him out there. And yeah, it's awesome that so many people are here supporting. And yeah, he is a legend.
Legend indeed. And we're praying that he gets better fully. But either way, the long journey ahead, we are going to be there for him every step of the way. Wow, another $100 donation coming in from Yellow S2K. Speaking of legends, I mean, the donations that are flying in from legends alike, Moto a Go-Go, and now Yellow S2K also coming in. The content creator Pantheon has made it into the chat as well, so thank you guys so much for the support. Alex Kramer as well, a $10.77 donation, 220% of the goal funded. Honestly, part of me thought, man, it'd be really interesting if we landed on 194%, because Jerry's amateur number was 194 when he raced the CR
the 1985 CR at the ranch. And yeah, Chase Donovan in chat, I know he's been there. He's probably filmed him doing that. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where Jerry kind of came on the map for most people, most more casual fans, you know, people that just like watching fun videos and fun stories. And yeah, I mean, he rode that thing insane, and that's where most people, I feel like, heard of him first. And so yeah, awesome little throwback there too. So yeah, J-Rob is the man. Braden Carter, though, right now in this series trying to be the man, and he has a lot of weight on his shoulders right now, Kellen. In the same heat race as Colby Eaglin, so this is going to be their first little mono thing before we get to the main event, kind of see how each person's starting and riding the track tonight.
Yeah, with all this stuff going on, it's tough to believe we've had a race going on in the background of all this, but indeed there is a race going on, and this is about to be, like you said, a big test championship-wise. Eaglin versus Carter, 3 points between them, and they end up in a heat race here in Pittsburgh. We're off and running. Alexis Leclerc, who's also been at the front of late, gets off to a burner in this one on the 7. He's going to control to the inside of turn number 1, and it's Leclerc with the whole shot here in this one. Caden Speck, Seth Shirley right up behind him. Carter's trying to quad down the inside, and he lands on Caden Speck and goes down, and it causes a bit of a stack up going into turn number 2. Who was able to get through? I do not see Eagland in the group there. He is. Looks like he's at about 12th, but Carter went down, landed on Caden Speck, and now he's way back, 17th place for the number 1.
Yeah, I mean, it almost gets into the back of Seth Shirley right there. Ooh, huge pile up, though. Going to be able to jump over about 4 riders right there. Move into the 13th place position.
And Eaglin was one of them. Eaglin was one of those in the pile up.
So Eaglin down. So, I mean, it is just a heat race. This is not for points, but in my mind, this says a lot about how you're feeling going into the main event here tonight, and just overall confidence. And I think this is going to help Braden Carter, maybe not with the bad start, but what he can do if he can keep moving forward is say, okay, I got a bad start, but I was able to calm myself down in the first lap or two and work my way up. But now he's getting into a rider. He could have left a little bit more room. He stays up, the other rider goes down, so he technically does gain a position, but doing the exact opposite of what I was saying. Now he's getting passed up the inside, going to have to let that rider go right there, but that's the number 41 machine. Tyler Show. And yeah, I mean, Braden Carter, it seems like he still has the same issue he has early races, getting too antsy, getting too far ahead of himself, maybe not leaving as much room, Kellen.
Definitely putting himself in a weird position here early on, and it seems like he's kind of going for it as Luke Sullivan gets back by him for the 11th spot, trying to keep tabs on the 24 of Colby Eaglin. He is in 17th place. He's actually at the tail end of this little freight train right here. So both Carter and Eaglin, our championship rivals, are outside of transfer spots early in this race. 2 minutes have come and gone. We've still got 4 minutes and a lap left to go, but Carter is outside looking in. He's in 12th. Eaglin in 17th at the back of this train right here. And even Seth Shirley, who's 3rd in the championship, is trying to pass Carter because he is in 12th right behind him. Ryder's getting sideways up in front, and it got really tight there for a second. Carter side by side with Shirley. They're rubbing number plates, and Shirley and Carter get together. Carter front flips and lands it as he goes off the track, and a few guys go down, so Shirley ends up on the deck, and Carter around the outside of the berm loses a few positions, but it could have been so much worse. He's now 14th.
He can't keep getting away with this. I don't understand. If this was the main event and that happened and that was deciding factor in somehow the championship, that is just unbelievable luck by Braden Carter. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of it recently, so maybe he needs it or deserves it. But wow, I mean, that was just absolutely insane. If I'm Braden Carter, though, anytime I get to a rhythm section, I am going on the complete other side of the track as anyone else. You need to have confidence in your riding ability. Know that you can hit your lines and hit your marks, but you can't trust anyone else out here. Do the best you can to avoid people, because that is the reason that he's having these problems. That's a 1 out of 1,000 chance you land that, and he just got lucky here. You can't keep taking those chances.
No, absolutely, you cannot. And he is now in a bit of a pickle of a situation here halfway through this race, as he is now 12th, and even further back, well, I should say up ahead of him, Colby Eaglin. They still both have to make it in. They are 11th and 12th respectively on the racetrack, so Eaglin still has the work to do as well. Caden Speck, Luke Sullivan, the guys up ahead of him. Shout out to Joey Carter, another $200 Canadian dollar donation. I think that is with the CA before it, but Joey Carter dropping $200 in it as well. So I can't even keep track. I think we're over $700 on YouTube Super Chats alone now. Again, I'll have to send that over to Jerry a little bit later on after it comes through YouTube, because it doesn't go directly to my PayPal. But thank you guys again for the support. Look at this, though. Oh, and look at, they got a couple free spots right there.
Yeah, Luke Sullivan was down.
But now look at this. This is the transfer spot battle. The championship leaders are battling it out for P9 in a heat race, as we still have a little less than 2 minutes to go. But Eaglin versus Carter suddenly is a transfer spot battle. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, this is just man on man, right? Exactly what we were looking for, and we're going to kind of see what they do when they're just up against each other straight on. Braden Carter going to have to ride a little bit cleaner too, because he's had some lapse of judgment and taken some people out and done some dumb things throughout the year. On his final warning, can't be as aggressive maybe in these late stages of the championship like he might want to be. So that could be interesting as we come down. We do still have 3 more races left for this 450 championship, but Braden Carter, I mean, when you're on the verge, these two riders both need to make more positions and get up there. Only one of them can have the transfer spot that's available right now if no one else goes down. That's
an excellent point that you made about Carter and his current situation. If you're just joining us here tonight, Carter was actually protested for a punt that he did to Caden Speck in the main event last week at East Rutherford, and was given his second and final warning of the season. So some more aggressive riding from him that results in a protest from one of his fellow competitors could see him get the ban with these final 3 races still on the docket. As Eaglin makes a mistake, Carter thought about going inside, still not able to make the pass just yet. So Eaglin still holding on to 9th as time is going to expire here soon. We got tons of guys hung up in the corner, and now Eaglin gets stuck, and he holds up Luke Sullivan, and Carter shoots by into 8th. Eaglin now 9th, but he's alongside Luke Sullivan trying to cross over and hold the position. This is still the final transfer spot, but now it's Luke Sullivan behind him.
Yeah, Eaglin got the short end of the stick that time, and luckily still able to hold on to the final transfer spot. But Luke Sullivan doesn't care who you are, what your name is, or what you're battling for in the championship. He's trying to make it in the main event as well. I mean, he's a SMX champion in his own right, so he's trying to work his way forward and push. Colby Eaglin has to lock in and do this thing on his own. I'm assuming there will be some more mistakes and crashes, but yeah, I didn't even think about the Braden Carter situation until I saw him kind of go up the inside of Eaglin, and it reminded me like, hey dude, I'm assuming they're going to allow aggressive racing, but if you get a little bit overzealous, and there's a couple more positions for them, so they're going to both be comfortable, I think, as long as those weren't lappers. Yes, so yeah, they move up to 6th and 7th.
That was, I believe, Tyler's showdown with Trevor Burns, I believe, as finally a little bit of breathing room. Carter is into the 5 spot. In fact, Alexis Leclerc, who has been leading this race the whole time, is suddenly back in the 8 spot. So a couple legs off crashes for the number 7 machine, has handed over the race lead by a long ways to this man, your 2020 MotoOption Supercross champ, Jeremy Seabolt, who won a main event earlier this year, is on his way to victory in this heat race, heat number 2 of the 450 class. Seabolt on off quad single up into the corner here, and he is on his way to victory in the second and final heat race of the night. Man, I was getting a little bit nip and tuck with Carter and Eaglin, but they somehow were able to slice and dice their way through the field, and it's looking good as Jeremy Seabolt wins 450 heat number 2. Stevenson 2nd, Braden Carter all the way back to 3rd now, Vilar's 4th, Cooper Hunt 5th, Luke Sullivan in 6th with Eaglin side by side with him. A little flick, he's not really a good one there from Eaglin, but he's going to make the pass on Sullivan. Sullivan's trying to fight back into the final corner and actually does get him at the line. Wow, what a move. And that puts Eaglin 7th. And a pass right at the line. D. Davis gets by NB. I don't know who that is, but
No
D.
clue.
Davis picks up the final transfer spot after Noah Bindis, that's who that is, ends up sideways off the finish line. Jump Tyler Show, Caden Speck, Chase Blakely, Bryce Whelan, John Hyman, Briscoe, Burns, Castellaneta, Shirley going to the LCQ, and Deering as well. That's 3 LCQs in a row for Seth Shirley as well.
Yeah, D. Davis just came up the inside of him and said, "You got Noah Bindis being in this main event. Let me take this thing down."
Are you DMing SMXcom or something? Like, are you trying to get on tonight or something? I don't know what's going on.
No, you got Noah Bindis in this main event. No, man. I thought I just had a good joke there. But Devin Davis, it's funny because he said it's his first time comfortably qualifying into the Fast 40. He does that an uncomfortable qualifying last corner pass to make it to the main event. But hey, you're there. You're guaranteed points. Go out there and show us what you can do, D. Davis. We're going to have a hell of a night in this championship battle, man. It's going to be going crazy, and we're getting ready for the 450 or the 250 LCQs. Man, what do we got? Who else was dropping some donos for us? I see some more YouTube ones, but I definitely heard that chime going on.
Yeah, so we'll mention the YouTube ones real quick because we have an extra $720 from YouTube side now as well. So we're at, what is that, $1,940 total? Insane stuff for sure. So thank you guys for that. Joey Carter was the last one to come through with a $200 donation. Thank you so much. But yeah, we also got $10 from Double G. Awesome to see the community stand behind Jerry like this, is what he had to say. Whiskers, also a $10 donation. It's Whisker Biscuit is
That's
what he
my guy.
put there. Clark 957, $25 donation. Be kind to one another. Positive vibes for Jerry is what he said. So thank you, Clark. Dugan the most, Freezy Pop also putting in one for $5. First time dono, long time lurker, and then Tony Two Shoes tipped $777.77 for the number 77. So because Jared's number 77.
Yeah, I got that. I got that. Ooh, another one.
Anonymous. Heyo, $40 from who knows who.
Who knows?
Chat for Jerry. Man, that is awesome. Yeah, so the YouTube super chats are awesome. I will personally make sure that even though the YouTube super chats some of the funding gets taken away, and YouTube takes some of that away, I will make sure that it gets funded on the side so that everyone that actually put a super chat for a certain amount will actually have the full amount go to Jerry. I know some of you guys couldn't use PayPal. That's okay. But again, thank you guys so much for the support. So,
yeah.
Yep.
If you can do this, the Streamlabs PayPal link, please do. We can get that money sent tonight.
Yeah.
Right when this race is over. Everything else is definitely appreciated, but yeah, that is the preferred way to go.
Yeah. Look, Jay-Z, $100 as well. Troy Jan, speaking of celebrities in the content creation space, Troy Jan also dropping $100 dono in there as well. You guys are the bomb. I can't believe we're almost at $1,500 through that link. You guys are insane. As we go 250 last chance qualifier racing into the first corner. And Chase Miller just did a $4.99 donation through that link as well. Does that mean that the YouTube one, do I add the YouTube one too, or did he cancel the YouTube one? I don't know. But Chase
Another
Miller,
$500.
Another $500 bomb coming through. He said, sorry about that. Figured out how to use credit card. So,
oh boy.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. You guys are sending so much money. I will keep track of it. Don't worry. And we'll make sure that full amount gets over. But almost $2,000 just through that link, plus another $700 on YouTube. Chase Miller, you're insane. We're almost at, getting close to $3,000 sent. All right, let's get to the 250 LCQ action here. Caden Kepka leads as Will Now moves into second. Christopher Harris third, and Matt Cromie in fourth. Look at the transfer spot battle. It is insane already, and Cromie's just trying to hold on in all the chaos.
Yeah, Chromie, I mean, fastest qualifier to LCQ, and now sitting on the bubble, right, first lap is just not the spot you want to be in. So I think he's going to be our one to watch this race as he makes a pass right there, but then messes up that triple. So he's going to go into third for a split second, then right back to fourth. He's got so many riders behind him. He needs to just focus forward and try to hit his marks. He knows he has the speed when he does it, but Emmanuel Cepeda right ahead of him was able to sneak up the inside with one small mistake. And I love that we do have a nice little battle up front as well. So this 250 LCQ shaping up nicely, but we're probably going to keep an eye on this fastest qualifier for a little while.
Well, not even the fastest qualifier. He's on the bubble spot is Matt Chromie with Christopher Harris and Sonny Spicer right behind him putting the heat on. So can Chromie wind it up and get a little bit of a gap? We know he's got the speed to do so, but it's another thing to have the speed and then be consistent with it. As we got a rider down, Caden Koepka from the lead lays it down, and he's going to pick it up in about 7th position as several riders went by, and that is Luke Scheffler just up ahead of him. I don't know what Tralala?
Excuse me?
What is that? I don't know what that means.
Tralalero, tralala.
I don't know what that means.
The tralala's part sounds like a Christmas caroling, but tralalero is who knows what we got going on. I thought you were just speaking mumbo jumbo because I saw your face turn towards the result. Like, I don't know. It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're locked in. We're locked in.
Caden Koepka is now 6th, Sonny Spicer 5th, and Harris is on the bubble spot, the Orst number 12 machine, trying to hold it on. That is not his national or career number for those asking. And he's going to go down at the end of the whoops and ride on his face all the way into the corner. So if you guys are going to go by as moving into the final spot now is Sonny Spicer. Could have been, should have been. He is in 4th right now and holding on to that position. Will now, Emmanuel Cepeda, Matt Chromie, Sonny Spicer, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the track. Can Caden Koepka get back up there? How about Seth Devers or Jared Gummison? We know he's been fast here tonight. All of these guys want something to say about it as we are halfway through this LCQ.
Yeah, oh man, this is just a rotating cast of characters it seems like we have in the 250 LCQs lately. It's just, and you never know really who's going to get it. You could be, let me see, who's back there in 8th? Brandon Nygren, I would not be surprised if he qualifies through, because guess what? He's in 8th place, but he's not even 10 seconds back from the leader. So, I mean, every single person that can sniff it has a chance to get in here, because I don't trust any one of these guys to keep it on 2 wheels, especially with how difficult. Oh my God, that jump up the inside didn't make the pass right behind this. That was crazy, but I don't trust any one of these riders in this rhythm section.
No, they're all kind of making little mistakes kind of all around the racetrack as well. As we got a rider down, that was Matt Chromie picking it up from a crash, and he's completely out of rhythm as here comes Caden Koepka going by into the 4th and final transfer spot. Now it's Chromie's turn to get back on the horse and try to make that pass. Also have someone in chat saying it's Koepke, so that makes a little bit more sense. Again, I'm just trying to get these names right, but Caden Koepke moves into the 4th and final position. Now can Matt Chromie fight back? We have only got 30 seconds left on the clock, and the 61 machine is lurking. Let's go on board with them and just see what it's like to try to get this pass done. Into the whoops we go. Look at Koepke getting through those whoops very nicely as Chromie just has no response just yet. Going to jump to this outside berm, rip through this thing, and then charge back into the first turn complex. Look at Chromie swinging a little bit wider, trying to get a good run in, so he doubles in, and he comes up a little bit short, triples off the track, off the side of the track still, then triples into the corner, so didn't even lose time, but probably will get some penalties for that as he's trying to get right up there on Caden Koepke, and Koepke is on Sonny Spicer's tail going into the off-camber corner. This is anyone's race coming to the white flag.
Yeah, oh my gosh, this is so close. I mean, Chromie, oh no, he tried to hold up a little bit to hit this inside line and just cases it. That takes a lot of time away from him that he was hoping to have. He was trying to sneak up the inside. He saw both those guys going wide and just messes that up himself. So not the best lap. He would have set a new fastest lap of his race so far if he would have completed that. But now, oh, we got riders down in front of him.
Both the seas part in front of Matt Chromie, and he moves up to 3rd. Caden Koepke just exited stage right as going over the bars is Christopher Harris. Koepke is still in a transfer spot as he's trying to hold this thing on down this rhythm section. He's side by side with Chromie. Got to be careful not to hit the rear fender of the 61. Here comes Brandon Nygren, though. He's trying to close this thing down late. Koepke's got to stay on his horse, tripling and doubling into the off camber. It's Will now, Emmanuel Cepeda, Matt Cromie, and Caden Koepke with 2 turns to go. Can Brandon Nygren on the 151 get there? Koepke leaves the door wide open. Nygren's not close enough. Will now takes the win. Koepke through the final corner, makes the main event tonight here in Pittsburgh. Cromie goes through in third, Cepeda second, and Will now picks up the win in the last chance qualifier.
Brooks Koepke made it in. Man, bummer. That's crazy that Nygren was the one who came up just short too, because I just picked the name off the list and was like, I think that guy could still make it. We saw some lucky stuff from Cromie to get there from 5th to 3rd too, with the C's parting at the end of that whoop section, like you said. And man, what a great race. I mean, Cromie, if he has a little bit of cuts, I don't think it's going to be over a 2.5 seconds, which is what he would need to lose that spot and get out. So as of right now, all these guys are in, and a little shuffle. Cromie does go back to 4th, but he is going to stay inside that top 4.
Caden Koepke backflips his way. He was up to 3rd, as you mentioned. Will now also makes the main with the victory in the LCQ. Shout out to Danae with a $10 donation. Prayers for Jerry. Also Connor with a $10 donation for Jerry as well. And then D Davis, $10, says he wish he could donate more, but the entire moto community loves Jerry and wishes him and his family the best. I think I'm going to write down all of these notes as well and send it to Jerry as well. So everyone that sent in a little bit of a nice warm message, also I can get it over to him. Yeah, this is awesome. Over almost $2,000 on that link alone, and then another $700 on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean almost 5 times before the LCQs are even done. We haven't even started the main. We still have so much time left, and so many people here watching live, supporting. Chat's going crazy. I'm getting distracted because I'm looking at messages and I'm looking at some crazy stuff that we got going on. But I mean, it's all out here. We do have a championship race, and we will lock in when that needs to happen. But right now, we're just thanking all of you guys for being here, supporting. If you share that link, if you share this stream, if you come back and watch later, it is going to be in the description of this YouTube video too. So maybe we even get more later on. Yeah, it's just amazing. All you guys out here, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everyone for supporting. It really means a lot.
And then another $100 donation from Splash coming through, says for Jerry and Caden Koepke's first main event. So Splash, a big supporter of Jerry and Caden Koepke.
Hell yeah.
Just happy to be throwing funds over.
I love that.
That is so awesome of him. And even just got a text from a rather popular community member as well, saying thanks so much for doing this. It's not even me. Like, I don't feel like I should take the credit for this. This is just all about the community, the gaming community, the moto community coming together, trying to help Jerry out. And again, we're just a little sliver of people that we all knew Jerry, and he was so close to all of us, having raced with us and been a part of MX Sim and all of those things over the years. So as much as we can do to help him out in this time of need is certainly, worth it. And you guys are the best, seriously, for everything that you guys have done here tonight. Seriously, it's not me, it's all you guys. So appreciate it. The support is immense.
Can we get a Trevor Burns cam?
Burns cam?
Yeah.
Way outside?
Oh, yeah. Trogman.
So we watch the start from out here, on board with Trogman.
Let's see what happens.
Does he get the whole shot from out here? Here we go. 450 LCQ. This is what it looks like from the deep pits of hell off the gate as we get launched into turn number 1. Nicky T gets a great jump. And look at Trogman. He's just going to go flying into the outside of the corner. And then a lot of guys go down. I see Seth Carr. I see the 31 hung up right there of Bryce Whelan. And not a good start whatsoever. Good start indeed, though, for Jackson Lindsay. He's out front early in this one. Timmy Briscoe, Caden Speck, and Ash Deering off of the gate very well. That's Tharp on the 23. That is also Caleb Hall trying to put a block pass on him. Jackson Lindsay just got hung up, so a couple passes made. Caleb Hall goes into the final transfer spot as Speck takes over the lead, but Timmy Briscoe trying to make something happen. Pass right back. Caden Speck out front at the end of lap 1.
Yeah, we've seen a couple quick moves. People try to go protect that inside when they're leading. Caden Speck able to rail around that berm. There's no berm built up. Maybe you slide a little bit and you just have the drive to rail around that outside and make the pass happen. That Trevor Burns cam was so funny because that is MX Sim starts in a nutshell. You can go off the track outside and say, I'm going to go around everyone, and then just, it's not your choice if you get a good start in Sim for 99% of the people. it's all luck and survival, and we saw that in the first-person camera view. Caden Speck, though, has a hell of a lot of pressure here from this top 4 all within the second.
Yeah, and he has got, Deering and Briscoe and Tharp. I mean, look at the 4-rider train into the off-camber alone, and then there's not even that big of a gap back to Noah Bindis, Wyatt Grant back there. What was that name? $50 donation from SLID 975 ABFE4 FDF3 3DC9. Did he just dox himself and then donate? I don't know what that was about.
I can't see it, so.
Okay, but yeah, thanks for
it's only on the stream, I think.
$50 donation coming in. We're well over the $2,000 mark now. Oh, as Caden Speck goes down with the lead, he brings Deering with him as Wyatt Grant gets hung up and goes down. There's Seth Shirley finally showing his face. He's now into 5th right here behind Castellaneta and Tharp. Castellaneta moves into the final transfer spot. Man, that went so bad in such a hurry right there for Caden Speck.
Yeah, man, that was absolutely wild. We've seen so many things with people deciding how far they jump off that single and then railing around the outside. It's so deadly, that inside roller, no one really takes it in that second right-hander. You go outside for the speed, and you definitely need it, but it just leaves the door open and allows someone to just dive in there and make the move. And sometimes, yeah, we've seen a lot of people not making a clean move, just kind of taking you both out. So that's the risk you run trying to run a fast lap time. But I don't know. I think you lose the spot if you hug the inside. So I think you just have to pray that the rider behind you is smart enough to not take you out. And we've seen a couple times that these guys aren't very smart.
Yeah. Not very smart.
Moto community in a nutshell. All right, we're gracious.
I like my analysis right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question.
Castellaneta down out of 4th, and that gives Seth Shirley the transfer spot. Deering still hot on his heels. What do you got for me?
No, I love that move. Deering, a good guy, also moving his way up. But I saw Caleb Hall back in like 20th. Do you think that if he doesn't qualify for the main event, does he just try to donate as much money as possible to Jerry Robin and hope they'll give him the spot in?
Stop. Come on. Come on. Wow.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I think that is also 3K. Tanner Hunt in chat. I think, yeah, I'm trying to keep track of the YouTube ones. It's tough because I can only see 3 on my screen that equal $700. We're at 2,212 through that link. So I think, yeah, there's another 70 or something added on to the other stuff that people are donating. Anyway, we're at about $3,000. Unbelievable. 442% funded, that link alone.
Dude, the thing is too, it's like late there, like it's 10:30. He's probably sleeping. Like I don't know. I hope somehow he finds this, he sees this. It's like a surprise or something, man. I love it. I'm so excited for when he gets this. I mean, there's so much more support. I was thinking we'd maybe hit 500 too, and it's just been blown out of the water, and we're not even at the mains yet. Yeah,
insane. Okay, so Seth Shirley is in a comfortable question mark position, 3rd place right now, right behind Timmy Briscoe. I don't know if you really want to be here, but I guess you'd rather be there than be out of a transfer spot, as Noah Bindis is laying it down out front. Briscoe, Shirley, and Deering the transfer spots. But here comes your 250 West points leader, moonlighting here on a 450 on the East Coast. Braden Tharp is in 5th. Little mistake in the rhythm section. And what's up, my dude? Spencer Turley closing down from P6, trying to go with him. Can Ash Deering hold on? As I think we're coming to the white this time by. It's going to be very close. We definitely will. Time is now 5. Expired. White flag coming out this time by. Look at how close the front 4 still are. And Tharp is knocking on the door with Deering trying to hold on to 4th.
Yeah, Deering just holding on. He's got a pretty big gap, though, I think is the only kind of thing I would say. You asked me, no, I lied. I did not see the camera shot. Seth Shirley, though, getting passed right here by Deering in the whoops. Not a good run. Might get 2 for pass right here. No, gonna hold on to the inside. No, small mistakes. Pushes the front wheel.
And then they get into Deering.
What are we
Deering
doing?
Gets back up, and now Turley's in 5th trying to close that gap down. I don't know what that was.
They just both went into a transfer and then took each other out of it.
And now Tharp getting back by Turley as he quads down the inside. Deering is sitting there just hoping he doesn't get taken out, holding on to 4th place, but Tharp is cooking triple, double to the corner on the inside. No. Oh, down is Deering. Deering goes down. So Tharp goes by. Does Turley absolutely destroy the 250 West points leader for the final transfer spot? Here we go. fire down the start straight into this final corner. Turley to the inside, tries to lay it in. They both end up sliding out, and Deering makes it through. Deering gets in fourth in the final corner, and Tharp misses out. Castellaneta and Shirley are all going home early.
Oh my goodness, Kellen. I actually think, oh my God. So if I'm, holy cow, I can't even think right now. If I'm Spencer Turley, I said, yes, do it, go for it. But once you see Braden Tharp diving up the inside like that, you got to know, dude, this guy's going for a takeout. Let me just not be around them. Hit the brake, swing left, cut down, do something. Oh my gosh, that was just a split-second decision that I felt like he made completely wrong right there. You see the guys are about to get punted. Don't put yourself in their area code so you can get caught up with it. And Ash Deering comes out on top, the catbird seat. He takes it. Shirley in third, Deering in fourth. Bendis, he said, I do have business in this main event. Devin, suck it. I'm going to go out there and win this LCQ. And if I'm Devin Davis, I might watch out. I might have a target on my back.
Wow, that was insane. Also, shout out to Kenyon Hoggard right there at the end. While all the chaos is going on, he donated $3. Prayers for Jerry. Wish he could send more as well. Hey, honestly, even $1 or even 50 cents, whatever you guys can send over, is all going to help out a ton. And yeah, I saw someone also saying, like, you know, it sucks because this really only pays like a little fraction of his hospital bill. To me, what I wanted this to be about tonight really was Road to Recovery is going to do a great job with, you know, all the funding that's going to that program, and they're going to help out with the hospital bills and probably fight with insurance and stuff as well to help get it down. What I was hoping to do with this stream tonight was get funding together to basically just send to Jerry right now, because that Road to Recovery money doesn't go straight to Jerry right away. I know Jerry personally, and I know ways that we'll be able to send this money quickly to him so that, you know, even like, hey, they want to get some sushi in the hospital, or they just want some comfort food, or if their bills are stacking up at home because both of them are still in a hospital in New York or whatever it takes to just get them a little bit of help right now. That was my goal with this stream. So kudos to you guys really for the support, because that is going to, I think, help them out a lot. Even in a short term. I know it doesn't necessarily help out with the medical bills, but at least for some quick reprieve and maybe a little bit of peace of mind that they don't got to rush home and try to pay bills right away, we can get them a little bit of money too.
Yeah, I think, I mean, obviously you all that other stuff that you got going on, every other piece of income, every event that his wife wouldn't be able to work, you know, during this time, or all these things. It's like any little bit of money that can help. And yeah, what if you want to get coffee, you know, to stay up because you're going through a hard night or something? Anything we can do that helps out and can be instantly tangible money is obviously awesome, you know. So yeah, I'm glad that we're doing this and we can get them money quickly. And yeah, just appreciate all the support. We still got all this stuff. Yeah, the link should be, because this goes up right after, the link will still be in the YouTube description for the VOD for you guys to rewatch, all that stuff. So it's still going to be there. Anyone watching this at a later date and not watching it live, we only have a couple hundred people that watch these live and then thousands that watch them after the fact. So if you guys want to keep doing this, keep supporting, and just kind of get in on this and help out, you guys can do that.
Absolutely. So
picks for the mains, Whisker Biscuit.
Yeah, should we just do Badani and Matherly again? It seems too easy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kinda. The maple kind? Johnny Tsunami Badani.
I'm going Cade. I'm sorry. I'm going to do Cade.
Who won the heat? They both did.
They both did. They each won the heat.
I do Whisker Biscuit. I'm sorry. It's for a good cause. I'm going Johnny Padani. I am calling Cody Branson for a top 5 just on the just for funds. For funsies.
Right, here we go.
Oh, he's inside of you.
Time. Yeah, he is. But that's okay. We're going to launch into turn number 1 here. It's time for the 250 main event here from Pittsburgh. Who gets the whole shot? Here we go.
Padani up the inside.
Look at Padani on the 35. Tons of wiggle room down the inside. Is going to get there first. Matherly is midfield on the inside there. And Padani does get the RaceFactorGaming.com pole shot. It's going to be Nerona tripling up to his outside, moving into second. Branson will block pass him and hold on to position there on the 614. It's Padani, Branson, Nerona, Keifa, Bodie Parker and Matherly jumping down the inside, trying to make a pass on both of those guys. Going to get the job done. He's up into 4th place as Padani leads on the opening lap.
Yeah, what a wild opening lap. Oh, Branson shoving it up the inside. Unable to make the move, though. Padani has the inside going into the next corner. Wow, look how close these top 3 are here. 2 teammates, and then Cody Branson on that Rastafarian machine. And then you've got Cade Matherly right behind him. So such a close top 4 right now. Branson up the inside, or able to hold on to it. Almost got past, but he has the inside line here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Whoa! Yeah, the camera misses a lot.
Change for position right there as Branson went to defend the inside and not get passed by Nerona. Allowed Matherly to swing around the outside, get up into the 3 spot. So now it is Padani leading from Ben Nerona and then Cade Matherly. And remember, Nerona, no slouch in his own right. He won earlier this year at Tampa. He won the opening round at 250 East, so he's looking to mix it up there. He's also rocking a Hayden Deegan number 38 replica kit because he is national number 38 this year, so just happens to land on the number. But Matherly has got the bit between his teeth. Oh, he gets taken down. Cody Branson up the inside, puts the block pass on Matherly, and lays the points leader on the deck.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge for Padani. You're in the spot you need to be in, and he's losing lots of spots early. We've seen Cade work his way through the pack from very far back, and that's 2 spots. He just got gifted right there before the finish line jump. But I was going to say, I almost feel like Cade with his points lead is not even like the best pick to win because he doesn't have to. He's in that protect mode, but right now, I mean, it's kind of falling apart. He seems to be good, though. If he can kind of get it together by like 6-7 minutes, I think he'll still work his way up to a podium spot. But, man, we've seen Cade fall apart and be able to kind of bring it back, but we've seen Braden Carter not be able to. So maybe this is Cade's blow-up round. You never know. And maybe tides are turning. Padani might have this one, man. He's got a lot of fighting to do.
Yeah, well, one thing to mention here is that Matherly now down in the 11th spot and actually back to 12th as Emmanuel Cepeda puts him on the deck. It's going to be 13th now. He is now in range of losing enough points that Padani can really inch this thing down to just a single-digit point number as Bodie Parker goes by Ben Nerona to get up into second. Nerona trying to fight back around the outside. Will turn to the inside here. Does he get the spot? Yes, he does. Nice move, Ben Nerona, using the outside, which we have not seen many guys take, to his advantage. Gets the pass done on Bodie Parker. Parker trying to fight back with this triple line, but comes up a little bit short. Nerona now has wiggle room. But yes, Padani, situation is pretty clear. You got to go win these races, man, and he is doing just that. 2 wins on the trot the last 2 weeks. Now looking for the 3rd in a row, and suddenly this doesn't look as an impossible of a task. 18 points back with Matherly down in 13th. We're looking at basically dead even, maybe heading into the showdown.
Yeah, I mean, if it stays like this, I mean, that's always what we kind of say early. If it stays like this is what it is. But Cade feels like he is inevitable. And, you know, it's got to be if tonight is the night that it's different. But the thing about Johnny Padani is he's been the best guy the last couple rounds. He's come out here and he puts himself in the position to win. It's crazy. You always look back when this starts to happen at the beginning of the series and say, what if? What if I didn't have that fall or that start or that bad finish? And Padani is just doing whatever he can to erase it, and, you know, everything else is out of his control. Whoa. Except for maybe that lapper that I feel like needs to be, kick him out of the race.
Absolutely toss from this
Just
server.
Toss him like a wet salad.
Absolutely.
And Johnny Padani taking us home. 4 minutes into the race. Padani over Nerona, over Parker. Who else we got? Brandon Walther. P90, Cody Branson, J.R. Reyes, Brooks Caden Kepke, Matt Cromie inside the top 10, Matherly up to 9th, Ben Kafa rounding out your top 10 here.
All right, so as we continue on with this race, Padani leading Ben Nerona by 4 seconds, Bodie Parker 3rd, Walther 4th, and Branson rounds out the top 5. This may be your closest battle on track right now is Walther versus Branson. Inside move by Cody Branson. Nice move right there indeed. Going to get that pass done as he triples his way through this rhythm section. And Bodie Parker a little ways up the road before he can get there. Then you got J.R. Reyes 6th, Caden Kepka 7th, Matt Cromie 8th, trying to get around him. And then Matherly in 9th. So Matherly is continuing to work on inching his way forward as he has made it into the top 10. But every pass from here is starting to turn into critical passes for Matherly to limit the damage because as you said, a podium would be huge from here, but even just not getting it to the point where Padani has to just beat him at the showdown would be critical for Matherly to have a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah, and I mean, that 9th to 1st points gap right there, that's obviously going to be attainable, right? Or that's going to be manageable at. So I feel like as long as he doesn't fall any further back, Cade is going to be in a pretty good spot. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel like he will keep working his way up. It sucks because if you're Padani, you have everything is out of your control, and you're just sitting there and just kind of, I don't know, just hitting your marks, keep moving forward. We're 6 minutes into the race. You got a lot of time left, but the bummer thing about that is Cade has a lot of time, as there's one more spot as Cade moves past. Ben Kafa. So he's in 8th place sitting here. He's got Chromie right in front of him. Cade is just pushing slowly. A little bit of dualies, other side of the triple from those two, but Cade just has to ride smooth. I think everyone else will fall around him, and he just seems to not be able to lock in, almost exactly like Braden Carter in the first 2 minutes of the race. And it puts him back so far, and then he looks like he's a championship winner and race winner, but he's just too far back to make it happen. So if I'm Cade Matherly, I have a mind of an elephant, and I forget that instantly after the start of the race and just keep pushing forward, and he's going to keep dropping some fast lap times, but Padani's fastest man on the track right now.
Look at Matherly trying to triple between two guys to make a pass, and he moves him up into 6th place. Risky maneuver, but it pays off in the end as he gets around both Brandon Walther and Matt Chromie in one foul swoop. Chromie up the inside, block passing Brandon Walther, and then goes sideways, and I think he just went down. He did, and he brought Walther with him as Ben Kafa moves up into 7th. This is working out a little bit more in the favor of Matherly. Next up, J.R. Reyes and Bodie Parker just up ahead of him on the road. Certainly could be another couple spots for Matherly late in this race. And in fact, actually, they're not even that far behind Cody Branson in 3rd. So a podium still is within reach as we have made it to the halfway point of this race. And how about J.R. Reyes? A little bit of love for the guy right here. Looked a little rough around the edges in the heat race, but was able to make it in. Now battling inside of the top 5 in the main event, just trying to get a good result. Not so clean right there off the track, but at least he's inside of the top 5. He's riding pretty well.
Yeah, you almost just commentator cursed him so bad. Look at how good this guy looks as he flies off the track, able to corral it and keep it on 2 wheels there. But man, I'm loving what I'm seeing from J.R. Reyes. He seems to always kind of be able to lock in and just put himself in a good position. I'm trying to look for some other names we see. Chromie down there, Kepke's dropping back. Garrett Hollenbeck, ain't no Hollenbeck girl, trying to move his ass all the way from San Diego in 14th place all the way up to 11th. See if he can steal that position away, but he's got to put a move on. J.R. Reyes, though, pushing forward. He's got some company on his tail. Cade Matherly is making a move up the inside in the rut. He just kind of rolls over, gives it to him. Cade is sketchy through this rhythm section. They both get it together at the same time, get a triple-double. Reyes up the inside. Cade has cut down side by side into the rhythm section, past the lapper. Who's got the inside? J.R. Reyes has it, and Cade now has to roll over. That same rider now either just got disconnected or banned, but tried to go and take out another leader. Same exact guy. Can't believe they let him last another 6 minutes. Not something I can do. J.R. Reyes, though, holding on to it and has some breathing room from Cade Matherly as far as right now. Ooh, yeah. Cade actually dropped a spot to Kafa, so Cade is back to 7th, there? So that's good for Padani.
It's not like Matherly lost a lot of time. I wonder if it's just a small mistake and he might be making amends for it right now. Yes, down the inside at the end of the whoops, and Matherly back into the 6th position right there. Very nice move by the 25. He is trying to close up on J.R. Reyes. Kafa's actually coming back at him again, so Ben Kafa has fired up here, and now Matherly jumps by J.R. Reyes. Reyes going to fight back down the inside. Nice move. Fair racing up here as well. I mean, these guys, they don't want to be in the championship fight necessarily, but they also want to race for what's good for them as well. Oh, J.R. Reyes over the berm through the Davalos fails, and Matherly now up into 5th place. Ben Kafa still putting the heat on him, though, as this is a good fight right now for 5th place. What is Ben Kafa made of right now? I feel like he's even going faster than Matherly a lot of the track. Matherly's just trying to hold him behind.
He kind of is. I honestly think this is what Padani is praying for. Padani has an 8-second lead up front, 23 seconds to 3rd, so he's going to be up there. The problem is that 23 seconds to 3rd is only 7 more seconds back to Cade Matherly, and that is a huge points gap he can make up. Keifa was right all over him, but makes a big mistake. Cade Matherly now riding all on his own. And now this track gets a little bit more spread out. Cade's saying a few times I've been around this track, and I'm not just going to fall like that. And he's working his way up through the pack slowly, as that is not Cody Branson. Cody Branson is in that full Rastafarian gear up there. And that's one more spot, and it sucks because Padani can't do anything, and Cade Matherly is inevitable coming from behind.
Yeah, so Matherly inching closer now to the top 5. Just ran the fastest lap of the race, 51.515, as he tries to get up to Cody Branson in 4th. There's Bodie Parker holding onto a strong podium in 3rd right now for the 29 machine. Good to see him holding on tough right there. And then Nerona still up into the 2 spot, 8 seconds off the lead. And this has been a marked turnaround for Ben Nerona, who has been very hit or miss since his win in Tampa. Even missed a couple main events in the middle of this championship, but has also been very fast at times as well. So good to see him kind of get back to his groove a little bit and hold on to, a strong 2nd place as it stands. That's Emmett's son picking it up from a crash on the number 70. But right now, it is all about this man, Johnny Padani, who has, I don't even know, turned into 2003 Chad Reed suddenly. Just wins coming raining down like it's nobody's business, winning the last 2 races in a row. What are you seeing from him, Andrew, the last few weeks and even tonight that really has shined through for him? Because it's been impressive, this turnaround.
I think, sorry, I choked on my own spit. Johnny, God damn it. Johnny Padani, I think it's just been his starts. He's showed good speed in qualifying. He's not always fastest qualifier, but he is up there. And then he just seems to, good qualifying, and then he's getting good gate picks. So good gate picks. A lot of times I feel like he does the give me the inside safe line, which I don't always agree with. I go for the straightest line to the first corner, especially if you believe in your starting ability and getting that jump ahead of everyone. I was always a reaction time guy. Once I lost the technique down the start straight, I couldn't really do it, only on sand tracks. So Johnny Padani, he goes for good start position from qualifying, hugs the inside, and he's very smart in the first lap or 2 of the race. And then from there, I think he's just smooth and steady. Doesn't always have to run the fastest lap, but he can definitely do it. As for most of this race, he did have the fastest lap on the racetrack. I think it's just starts, getting up front early, and man, if you're up front and you don't fall for the first 3 or 4 laps, you're probably guaranteed a top 5 in the race. That's just how it's always been. Yeah,
so Padani is just hitting his marks as well, not really getting flustered by the lap traffic, which is coming into play a lot right now. They're all over the place. Matherly just got Cody Branson. I was trying to get back there before it happened, but he just got by him for 4th, so now into the 4th position. And this is a 7-point swing as it runs, so 18 down to 11, with the showdown still coming in Salt Lake City in 2 weeks' time. But of course, Cody Branson right there behind Cade Matherly would also like to get back through and make the pass if he can. So good charge forward by Matherly, 12th to 4th. Is there still room to make it up into 3rd? Probably not. Bodie Parker a distant 11 seconds up the road. But look at Cody Branson. The Rastafarian machine doesn't give a crap about your title. He wants to go up there and get a P4 for himself. And he's not willing to let the 25 machine get away just yet, but now he will for sure. Lays it down.
Ride her down.
Hooked a rut.
Oh, man. Yeah, this track is breaking down a lot. You can see how much it breaks down in that those first 2 jumps in that rut in the corner. Branson just made a small mistake there. These tracks do get beat down in this 250 class, and it's crazy because they're even worse in the 450 class. But you can already see it so much on the track. Branson in the 614, I called him for a top 5 earlier. We called Padani for a win, Cade for the win too, but I got the right guy. I think you picked the wrong one this week again, Kellen. But Branson is trying to ruin my bet because he's trying to lose 5th place. Keeps sliding out and letting Caden, I want to call him Brooks. Caden Koepke is moving on forward and trying to bring that gap down, as you see him right here on this all-green Cowie.
Yeah, Emmanuel Cepeda just able to sneak by Ben Kafer right behind him for a first-ever main event for Caden Koepke. This is honestly very good. He's mixing it up with a lot of guys that are staple main event dudes, and he's trying to get into a good position here inside of the top 10. A little case right there is going to cost him. Will it be 2 spots? No, he holds steady right there in 8th. Killian Ortiz right behind him as well. But if Koepka can have a good couple more laps, really good one more lap, he will also not be lapped and guarantee a top 10 finish as Padani goes the other way there in the background. So this is awesome to see a fresh face make it into MotoOption Supercross, make it into the main event out of the LCQ, and do some serious damage right away too.
Yeah, I wonder how many races he's been in. This isn't his first one, right? You didn't just say that?
No, it is his first main event. That's what they said.
Oh my God. Okay. Or I wonder how many races he's tried to race then, at least. Because how long have you been around and trying to fight? And I kind of talk about this. I mean, you got Budds Creek. I got Southwick 2013. Sometimes you have a track that you click with, and it's just, you can dominate. Sorry. Kellen's on a phone call really quick. I think he got a celebrity call in going on right now. But Caden Koepka, I mean, sometimes you just get on the track, you just hit some amazing stuff, get some amazing lines, and yeah, I think I'm half listening to Kellen's conversation. I think Jerry might have called him, but we got Padani leading, absolutely dominating right now. Okay. Hell yeah. So Johnny Padani, white flag, taking this thing home. He's going to win the 250 main event here in Pittsburgh. And I was so distracted, but it's okay. Body Parker coming across in second, Ben Arona third, and we have a special guest right now.
Calling me on the phone right now, it's Jerry Robin. And Jerry, so far the MXM community has raised over $3,000 for you, buddy. We're all thinking about you, but man, it's awesome to hear from you. Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, I got a screenshot from Logan Lightslow, and I was like, dude, no way I got this Calvin. And thank you so much for doing that, man. And it's, I haven't obviously been part of the sim community in a while, but I was like pretty dedicated to it back in the day. But I just want to say thank you guys, and it means a lot to me. So thank you.
I mean, yeah, I've been trying to say thanks to them all night. They're the best, and we're thinking about you, buddy. Like I've been torn up about this. I'm sure it's been a super difficult situation for you, but yeah, I wanted to get this over to you. We're gonna send it as soon as the stream is done, and I mean, people are lining up in chat, just all Jerry, Jerry, let's go right now. So,
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's so cool to hear from you.
I'm on the 250.
Johnny Padani. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh my God, he still plays?
Yeah. So you do know Padani. All right.
He's been playing a while, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I feel like he's got an Cade Matherly too.
Yeah, Cade Matherly is the
like
points leader, so.
God dang, man.
Tell him 450 names. He'll get mind blown.
Yeah,
Leclerc.
450 main is about to start, and it's Braden Carter, 3 points up on Colby Eaglin. Alexis Leclerc won last week. So, yeah, all the familiar names are still around.
See if Leclerc can bring it home again, man. He's friggin' OG.
Is that the pick for the win then?
Yeah, I guess. We'll call the French guy.
Oh, man.
All right, boys. Well, thank you again, and I just really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, dude. And, we're thinking about you. Get some rest. It's super late there. I know you've been up, like, super late at night, but hopefully you can still get a little bit of rest, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, Jerry. Thanks, man.
Bye, Jerry. Love you.
See ya. And that was special guest Jerry Robin calling in during the stream. Insane, man. What a night. This has been unfreaking real.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is the only race like we really have to call. So I feel like I've just been kind of locked like in there with chat, talking to people donating, all that stuff. Like this is where it really boils down. We got the celebrity guest calling in, like just it's so awesome to know that he's out there and he appreciates it. And yeah, I mean, it's so cool. And this is the time we got to lock in and keep those donations coming. You got J-Rob on the phone calling in. And he picked Alexis Claire, so I can't pick him for 2 weeks in a row. Let me take a gander at the starting lineup, and then I will give you my pick, Whisker Biscuit. I did nail the 250 class twice in a row.
Yeah, does that count, Whisker Biscuit? Like Jerry gets, he says Jerry gets a 1.5x multiplier. So if Leclerc wins, he 1.5x.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Okay, so we still get to do our picks then, right? Like
yes.
Jerry didn't block us out. Okay, so And I hope everyone could hear Jerry okay. I was trying to figure out which end of my phone.
Yeah, I was like, do you need to go to Discord? Like, what's going on? But I know it's a lot to deal with. Okay, who do we got here? I'm going. You know what I'm doing? No, I think Colby England. I picked him last week too. I think Colby England might take this championship. I think the 5P is going to be too difficult for Braden Carter. Actually, I didn't pick him. I picked Leclerc, but I think it might be a bad start, and I think there's just so much momentum going the other way for these guys, and I think Colby England has to do it tonight, or else, and get back that control, or else, if Braden extends it at all, I think Braden's going to hold on to it. So for the sake of England's championship, I think England has to win tonight.
Okay, all right. So you got England. To be honest, I'm thinking somehow Carter pulls this off. I feel like he is in a different level of pissed off after the last couple of weeks. And somehow, some way, it might work.
You see that heat race start, though, and working his way through the pack?
I'm very worried about the starts. Believe me, I'm worried about the starts. But I kind of have a feeling. So Leclerc, England, Carter.
All right, I'm going to give a wild card just for fun. I think there's a way that Cash Woods can win this main event.
I like
just
that.
Everything else also so tied up. I mean, he won the heat. Like, I feel like we're not pulling strings, but like Seth Shirley, Luke Sullivan, they're kind of fading right now. Tanner Rogers, he's been good, but Cash Woods wild card.
Well, here we go. We've got a championship fight galore for you guys. 3 points separate them. 3 rounds to go. Let's go for round 15 in Pittsburgh. And it looks like a couple guys hit the gate. That's going to help out England's case far outside, but he doesn't end up getting a great start. From the inside, Hubbard alongside Siebold. It's Jeremy Siebold with the RaceFactorGaming.com Whole Shot Award. Immediately quads up into the race lead as Stevenson tries to shoot by for second. And we've got a chaos in the second corner. And it's Carter who's hung up. He was hung up a little bit as well. And he's down the field behind Stevenson. I'm trying to see where is England. Did he make it through? He's in about 9th. So Carter's got some work to do. England's just in front of him about 3 positions. And Carter is going down. Oh, he saved it. But he's going to be backwards. He's trying to get going. And he almost gets landed on right there. Somehow, some way, Braden Carter is 12th after all that chaos. England is in 8th as we are done with 1 lap here, and Siebold leads the race.
I mean, it's obviously not a great start for either of them, but you're just seeing Braden Carter being outside of the top 10 at the end of the first lap, and it's something that's happened over and over again. And now he's got a couple position lead, England, to try to pull up and keep working it. It's only 2 points, so every little advantage he has to take advantage of. But Siebel definitely taking advantage of that huge hole shot, quadding up right here. Fresh track, just trying to hit his marks. He's got Hubbard behind him, who's obviously an insane starter. Frank Jackson just fell back to 4th because that's where he belongs. He's just a 4th place guy. And Tanner Rogers up to 3rd. He was one of my kind of wild cards I named. But Siebel leading us around 2 laps in. And man, it's going to I feel like sadly he might not get as much shine as he deserves for this race win because of the championship battle we have going on.
I know. Well, I mean, he did win a race earlier this year, so we don't have to worry about whether he's going to do it after a long hiatus from not winning. It was 2021 before that, the last time we saw Siebold win a main event. Then he won earlier this year, I believe, at Arlington in the Triple Crown. Hubbard won in Detroit also earlier this year after 2-3 years since his last win. So he's up in 2nd. Tanner Rogers 3rd. Frank Jackson 4th. And Joey Carter, Dr. Do Racing's finest, rounds out the top 5. I saw the people over on TikTok getting excited about Dr. Do earlier on. Their guy is up inside of the top 5, holding on to a strong P5 as we run. O'Brien, England, Lang, Brion, and Carter inside of the top 10. So as it runs, England and Carter are tied on points. They are 3 positions apart, which means they are also 3 points apart. And that is playing to the strength, of course, of Colby England, but he is trying to march forward as he's caught up to Blake O'Brien for 6th.
Yeah, Colby England, he's got really better whoop speed than most people in the class. Not able to make anything happen here. I feel like these whoops are kind of short and very, peaky. Whoa, rails around the outside, though, and takes that thing easily. I wasn't even expecting a pass right there. So another position for Colby, but I feel like the whoop speed guys, it kind of doesn't really help with the way the whoop section's set up this week, that tight inside line. But at least Colby England, and I'm sure Braden Carter, probably going to be going to the outside to try to maximum their momentum and, kind of capitalize on the fact that they have better whoop speed than most people in the class. Seth Carr, I'm sure, is another one of those guys you'll see kind of using that technique.
Yeah, so England now moves up into 6, as we just mentioned. Siebold, Hubbard, Rogers, Jackson, Carter, the top 5. Joey Carter, that is. as we keep an eye on where is the one. There is the number 1 machine of Braden Carter still in 10th. So now Eagland, as it runs, originally takes over the championship lead. Of course, Braden Carter, he's still got some damage he would like to do. 50.8 last time by was only a tenth slower than the fastest lap of the race at a 50.7 out of Jeremy Seabold. But you know Braden Carter, once he gets the ball rolling, this could be a big race for him as well, because he's only had really one kind of noticeable crash. He's inside of the top 10, and we still have 16 minutes plus a lap of racing to go. There's plenty of time for Carter to get up there.
Yeah, leader just flew over the triple on the right side of your screen there, and he's got another spot right here as we're getting past Tanner Rogers up the inside. Braden Carter, ooh, close collision there. Tanner Rogers kind of jumps over his head, so he doesn't actually make the pass. He might be in 10th place, but he's only about 14, 15 seconds to the actual leader. So there's still a world in which Braden Carter wins this race, and I would not be surprised by that at all. It's really just kind of seeing how this track breaks down, how these riders do it. Look at Braden Carter's whoop speed up the inside. That's one pass up the inside, right on the rear wheel of Tanner Rogers, trying to make something happen. But he's going to start picking these guys off. And yeah, I was surprised that the fastest lap was out of Seabolt. I looked over after we saw that 50.8, and now it's someone who's outside the top 16. So you got some shredder down there having a bad time just putting down heaters.
Yeah, so Carter now into 9th. Eagland up to 4th, by the way. He's going the other way, doubling out of the corner as Carter tries to tuck to the inside. You're getting an onboard perspective of what it's like to try to make these passes. He gets Tanner Rogers. Rogers is still right there on the inside, and O'Brien went down. So that is now 7th for Carter as he swings around the outside and holds that position. T-Lang up ahead of him would be for 6th as Tanner Rogers is keeping it nice and tidy right behind him. Rogers actually looks like he fancies to go back around the number 1 machine if he can. Good run in the whoops here to the outside. We've seen this outside work at times. Let's see if Rogers can charge down the inside here. He does. He gets Braden Carter back. Tanner Rogers not playing around here tonight on the 39. Gets back by the 1. And the 1 now dealing with the 762 of Xander Brion there in the background as well. So this is not ideal for Carter to get passed back, but at least he's still right up there in the mix. Meanwhile, Colby Eagland's eyeing a pass for 3rd on Joey Carter. Carter 1 second up the road there on the 83, swings around the outside. Eagland got a good run on that inside rut right there, and Eagland looks like he's starting to come into form as well. 50.9, his personal best last time by. 50.4 out front, Jeremy Seabold. He's cooking. 5-second lead for the 2020 champ.
Yeah, he's absolutely shredding out front, and Colby Eagland is doing whatever he can do to work his way up slowly, not really getting into any drama, whereas I'm looking over, Braden Carter's been in a battle to the death with Tanner Rogers. They have just flipped back and forth in position probably about 15 times in the last 30 seconds. It's crazy the splits that they're doing. But Colby Eagland, man, this is the man to watch, the man that's going to take over the championship if everything stays like this, just trying to work his way forward and keep knocking off those positions, keep gaining points. And honestly, he's just going to try to work his way up to first place, see if he can get up to Seabolt, because that's going to maximize his points, and then everything else is out of your hands, just like we saw with Johnny Padani. Get out front and do the best you can do, and just pray that the guy that you're trying to beat in points has a worse finish than you do.
There's that pass right there on Joey Carter, now into a podium position for Colby Eagland. Look at Carter down the inside trying to get him back, but Eagland uses the power around the outside to hold position. So Carter will tuck in behind and see if he can go with Eagland as they try to march up to Jacob Hubbard in that 2nd position. Frank Jackson still in 5th, Rogers 6th, and Carter 7th. So Carter has still not been able to get back by Rogers, but he's at least held Xander Brion at bay behind that. Brion not making any headway either towards the front. And if you're Braden Carter in this situation, how would you play this with Tanner Rogers clearly not afraid to stick a wheel in there and make a pass? But if you're Carter, you need to start getting a little bit of a move on so you don't lose touch with guys like Frank Jackson and Joey Carter up the road.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I don't know if there's any history here between Tanner Rogers or what.
Oh, and he's down. Rogers goes down in front of him, and Carter nowhere to go, hits his rear tire and lays it down. O'Brien goes by. Here comes the 5 of T-Lang, but he'll hold him off, so he goes in one swing right there from 7th back to 9th, and he's got some work to do again.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you can't have. That's what I've just talked about, your start position. Colby Eagland obviously making the most of it, lucky to get all the way up to 3rd. Braden Carter's trying some crazy things right now to get around people, but look at Seabolt and Hubbard. They were 1-2 off the start. They're still 1-2. They haven't had to deal with any drama or anyone else this whole race. They're just hitting their marks. Braden Carter, that was a mistake by Tanner Rogers, but he's following. He runs out of the room. He has nowhere to go, and that just puts him back. And it's just, that's what you cannot do, and that's why these starts, we keep saying before the race, are so important, and Braden Carter would not be in this position. And then you're leaving it up to a flip of the, like a roll of the dice. You're just praying for luck, and right now it's not on Braden Carter's side. We are only less than 9 minutes into this race, but Braden Carter needs to get a move on now, and he needs to start passing these guys. Like, he cannot sit behind Blake O'Brien and Tanner Rogers as long as he has been, as he makes a nice move up the inside in the whoops.
So Carter now makes it back into 8th position, and next up on the road is the man that has been giving him fits here in this main event, Tanner Rogers, if he can get to him. Xander Brion 6th, Jackson 5th, Joey Carter still 4th. Here's Eaglin. He has definitely gotten away a little bit now from Carter and is inching closer and closer to Hubbard, but now he just hits a lapper. That was Arnbrister that was down. Here comes Joey Carter. He's going to be right back behind him again, and Eaglin goes defensive to block the line. But, man, just as he had started to wind it up and get going a little bit further forward, someone goes down in front of him and makes it a little bit tougher to do. Now he's going to have to roll into the whoops, and Joey Carter gets right back by him. Lap traffic coming into play as there's the 28 of Frank Jackson as well, also right on his heels, and suddenly Eaglin not in a very good position either. Yeah,
train of fast dudes right behind him. Just can't afford those mistakes, but I mean, at least he's still leading over that gap, right? You're up front, you're in a pretty good spot, and you're just trying to dodge the lappers. That's something that not only is Braden Carter going to have to do way back there in 8th place, but he's got to not only dodge lappers, but also keep fighting people similar speed and work his way through. So Colby Eaglin only really has to deal with, a couple guys. Joey Carter's the only one really within about 8 seconds. And so if he gets past him, it's just, okay, lock back in, keep avoiding lappers, keep hitting your rhythm sections, and you got a nice, easy 3rd place, at least kind of locked in. And Braden Carter's still trying to push through. All that crap behind Eaglin you see going through the whoops, that's stuff that Braden Carter still has to work his way through.
Yeah, Carter is about 8 seconds behind Eaglin, by the way, on track. So those of you keeping tabs on where Braden Carter's progress is, he's back there. He's in 7th. He's actually made a few passes, but he's not gotten that much closer to where Eaglin is in terms of track position. If he wants to pass Eaglin late in this race, he's got to get a little bit more help, I think, from the 24. Meanwhile, Joey Carter doing a very good job right here, holding on to this podium position, 13 seconds behind the race leader, Jeremy Seabolt, and about 5 seconds behind the man in P2, Jacob Hubbard. But every single time we look back there, we see that orange and blue mix combo that Joey Carter's rocking, hanging tough, and then as soon as Eaglin made a mistake, Carter pounced. This is a terrific ride for the 83 and shouldn't go unnoticed whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's the 250 or the 450 class, Joey Carter has had some great rides, and man, he's always looking good too in that TLD replica bike with his own custom gear kits, pretty much a new kit every week. He's such a good graphic designer and always bringing the heat. Is that the lead, Hubbard?
That's Hubbard, yeah. Hubbard down out of 2nd. Sorry to cut you off, but did see that Hubbard was laying on the ground. So Eaglin up to 3rd as Carter shoots into 2nd, and crucially, Hubbard got up still well and truly in front of Braden Carter in 8th. So Eaglin now gaining 5 points, or actually 6 points, on Carter in the championship fight. Would take over the red plate as it stands, but of course we still have 8 minutes and a lap left to go. Joey Carter now in 2nd. How about this guy? I haven't talked about him pretty much since the start of the race, but Jeremy Seabolt, 12.7 seconds out front in this main event, weaving through lap traffic, trying to make his way towards the front of the field. Ooh, as he gets a little bit sideways right there. But yeah, Seabolt is riding impressively well right now on the 10.
I mean, I didn't know Unk could go this fast, Kellen. As we get older, we start hitting 30 and our thumbs just kind of stop working the same, So I'm surprised that Jeremy Seabolt's able to go out there and put on a performance like this against the competition that he's up against. Absolutely amazing to watch him out here, and so impressive. He's been around forever, had that number 10, feels like forever. And, man, he's just out here absolutely dominating. I feel like every once in a while he has like a good qualifying or a good heat, or like a decent main event, but nothing quite like this. Got a great start, feels comfortable on this track, and man, he is putting on a clinic for these guys.
Yeah, look at him just hitting his marks, no problem whatsoever, still holding on to that 12-second lead. All right, so fight for second back on again. It looks like Eaglin is back on his horse a little bit. He is right there on Joey Carter, trying to get his way into P2. Carter just holding his own, not really worried about that championship situation, but that is a bit of a problem. Kind of slips the rear end coming out of the corner, still gets up onto the tables, so that saved him a little bit. But now Eaglin is knocking on the door for sure. Where can Eaglin set up a pass? It's starting to feel a little bit one-lined around this racetrack, but there are some opportunities if Eaglin goes for it.
Yeah, I mean, Eaglin has the whoop section and then the outside line. I really think he has the speed to carry around that outside and then kind of move up the inside in that next berm. But he's got to be close enough in this spot. They both have to check up there. It looks like they're going to gain for so long. This is where I'm talking about. Eaglin's going, railing to the outside, shredding this corner. Joey Carter gets up in the air, and then see how close he gets? He just needs another bike length in the whoops, and he will get there and be able to make that pass, maybe with a little bit of contact. But yeah, I mean, Joey Carter's, dude, he's riding so great this second half of the season, and just, man, I love to shout it out. Oh, huge mistake, though, and not riding great right there.
Eaglin's down. Eaglin cased the on-off and goes over the bars. Carter gets up. He is still second as Jackson shoots by. Hubbard is just now going over top. No, sorry, that is not Hubbard. That is Cash Woods, who is a lap down. So Eaglin still picks it up in fifth. No, sorry, Hubbard did go by. I totally missed it. I saw a bike go by. I did not think it was Hubbard, but Hubbard is through. So Eaglin now fifth, and that's critical because Braden Carter is only 2 spots behind him. He would go back into leading the championship as it runs by a single point. But he could get Xander Brion late in this race and get another point in his favor. Brion right there on the 7.62, just ahead of him. Luke Sullivan on the 11, just behind him. So Carter's still kind of in this weird sandwich. He hasn't been able to make many passes, and he can't really get around these guys because he's being very careful about how aggressive he rides as well.
Yeah, the thing I love about this championship setup, the way the points have worked out, is we're no longer like preying on someone's downfall. Like, in my mind, I see Eaglin squeaking back up, having good finishes, and I'm like, hope someone like crashes out hard and he can make the pass. But I think it's awesome that, oh my gosh, look at this. So who's that on the?
So that's Xander Brion.
Xander Brion. So Xander Brion got past in that rhythm, but now it's almost made a charge right there, but unable to make it happen. The thing is, I like it's just man on man, straight up. There's enough races for if they gain one every single round, they tie at the end, and it goes to who won more races. Like, it's crazy. There's no more preying on anyone's downfall. Just go out there and may the best man win, and I love it. So it's awesome to see Braden Carter crawling these points back, and every little position he gets just benefits him even more.
Yeah, he's only one position behind Eaglin on the track now, about 5 seconds behind him. So
2-point gap?
Yep, 2-point gap. It was 3. It's now down to 2. And we are still about 4 minutes from this race being over. So what could change down the stretch, we do not know. One thing that is coming to play a little bit right now is that Jacob Hubbard is being caught by Colby Eaglin. And if you don't know, Hubbard and Braden Carter, very good friends. Now, they are also friends with Eaglin, so I don't think there's any animosity here or anything along those lines. But you have to imagine that Hubbard's going to really try like hell to hold on to this 4th position just because he wants the position, but also because he wants to help out Carter maybe a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, and especially the fact that, I mean, that's the team that, Carter was been on and ran, but look at that around the outside, makes the move nice and easy. Hubbard, just a small mistake in that rhythm. Ooh, and gets it up the inside, gets the position back, and any time that they're battling right now, it's just going to slow the field down.
Oh.
Who was that? Was that a lapper?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and now Hubbard goes down. Eaglin shoots by.
All right.
Back into 4th place as Joey Carter and Frank Jackson up the road still dicing it out. Jackson all the way to 2nd. Great job for him. But I did notice that the number 1 of Carter had a crash, and he is now back into the 9 position. He is trying to run down Tanner Rogers up the road. Alexis Leclerc was able to get by as well. Look at this group of riders right here. Running it in right there. That was a lapped rider getting up there on Hubbard as Rogers tries to go by Hubbard. Leclerc's gotten by both of them. He's now 6th, but Carter has to get all these guys or else he's going to definitely lose the championship lead as Hubbard lands on Rogers. That's going to be a free spot for Carter.
Yeah, man, a lot of swapping going on right now. Braden Carter just trying to lock back in and get it back up. I mean, falling back to 8th after you're sitting there and you're going, okay, he's only got 1 point on me. I still have the lead. And then one little mistake and now you're out of it again. It's got to be very stressful for these guys. And man, I would not want to be either one of them in this championship battle. Now he's stuck with Tanner Rogers, who it feels like he's been fighting to the death with all night. and really had struggles trying to get past, just matching speed. And Rogers isn't just going to roll over for him. He's still out here. He does not care about your championship. He's trying to go out there and get some good finishes. And honestly, if you're not a lapper, I don't think you should roll over unless you're a friend or a teammate.
Yeah, I feel like Carter is about to punt Tanner Rogers here pretty soon. Look at that line as he crosses over. He's going to go far inside right here.
It's just slow.
Rogers still holds the position. Oh, but a mistake right there, and that's going to be the opportunity that Carter needed to finally get by Tanner Rogers up into 7th. And wouldn't you know it, Eaglin running 4th. We are provisionally tied in the championship as it runs. Leclerc, Sullivan are the two men that are the difference makers right now between these two guys. Holy crap. Joey Carter was down in the final corner. Was that
That's Eaglin the spot.
That was a spot for Eaglin to get on the box. I don't know how many guys were just down in that corner, but that was insane. Eaglin gets up into 3rd now with that pass. And Joey Carter back down the inside, and Eaglin gets into
he's
a lapper.
Off the bike.
He got into Hayden Stevenson as a lapper and loses the position. Sully goes by, Leclerc goes by, and then there is Xander Brion, but he's now a lap down. Tanner Rogers is the next guy behind him. So now Eaglin is 2 spots up because Rogers got back by Carter. Carter must have gone down. Oh my goodness, and now we got another guy down up here. That's not Frank Jackson, is it? No, it's not. So many lappers coming into play right here. I cannot believe how much lap traffic these guys are hitting because everyone still seems so close together in this fight up front.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like the short lap times combined with just the 450 guys, they're just, when they get in a pack, I feel like it's so hard for them to separate. But man, it's also so hard to call because the 450 guys, they all are on teams and they all look so factory, like their setups. It's not some random 250 rider with no skins that you know is a lapper. Even Leclerc, having a bad race or something like that, you're like, oh, why is that guy a lapper tonight? But he got 3rd last week. But Leclerc, man, inside the top 5. Ooh, small mistake. Gets into Devin Davis. That stacks up T-Lang and Colby Eaglin on the back of him as well. Colby Eaglin gets a spot right there, but loses a bunch of time if he wants to keep working his way forward. Man, what a bummer for both of these guys, I guess. Colby Eaglin got the spot in another points position between him and Braden Carter, but he also lost touch with the rest of the field that he was potentially gaining on. Now we're at the white flag, and they're kind of out of touch.
Well, what's crazy about that is that was actually the pass for the championship lead by 1 point as it runs right now. So if it stays this way, Eaglin would have the red plate going into Denver next week. Meanwhile, up front, Jeremy Seabolt is 3 turns away from putting this thing to bed. A very quiet and sneaky second victory of the season for Jeremy Seabolt. I think it's his 25th career win coming up right here, which is a huge milestone in and of itself. He'll be the 3rd rider ever to get to that point. I'm sure Lane Burks will correct me if I'm wrong or not. But here we go. 2nd win of the season for the 2020 champ. Jeremy Seabolt's back up on top here in Pittsburgh. Frank Jackson looks like he is going to pick up 2nd. Joey Carter looking to get a podium here in the 450 class for the first time in his career. He looks pretty jived up about this as well. 1 more straightaway to go. And Dr. Do Racing on the box in the 450 class. Joey Carter, 3rd place here in Pittsburgh. Luke Sullivan, 4th. And Eaglin trying to hold on for a top 5 result here through that corner. Will indeed bring this thing home in P5. Now, where is Braden Carter? We've got Leclerc. We've got Hubbard picking it up from a crash. We have Rogers, O'Brien, and then Carter down again. Oh, he disconnected. Disconnected. A 10th place finish guaranteed in now for Braden Carter, and that will give Colby Eaglin a 2-point championship lead with 2 rounds to go.
I feel so bad. I mean, he's going through the ringer, dude. They are having, Eaglin had his own hard-fought battle, fell all the way to 5th after getting up to 2nd. So it's like, it's just crazy. Oh, man, he was 10th? I don't think that really works. With it says by 700, so I don't know. But, I just want to shout out the whole podium, man. Amazing rides by everyone. Seabolt, Jackson, Carter, so hard fought. Everyone able to kind of work their way up. And just kind of hold on to it. Just smooth, consistent racing from all those guys. Man, Eaglin has not stopped fighting. Braden Carter needs to figure out something with his starts. I don't know if he's going to sit there and do starts against the field and demos or what he's going to do. If he's going to just go into servers and just keep trying to rip starts on people, like what it is. But he's got the speed. We see it in qualifying. We see everything. And man, it's unbelievable. But yeah, I just want to shout out everyone else on their great performances here tonight. Everyone for still being here. Still 300 people live watching on YouTube. Man, our Twitch chat has been good all night. Everyone who's joined us on TikTok, thank you guys for being here. All the donations that we've done. Kellen's doing some big brain math right now, trying to figure out how much we have total. We set out with a $500 goal. Hit that about 2 laps into the first 250 heat race tonight. And man, we absolutely smashed it. So I just appreciate you guys. We are raising money for Jerry Robin. The link is in the description on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, on everything, on Facebook. If you guys want to donate, Jerry suffered a terrible crash, currently paralyzed in New York at Supercross last week. He's getting some help, but we are trying to send him some money here tonight, straight from us for anything else we can do to help support him and his wife and his family and everything. So we appreciate all of you guys in the moto community who have donated. Another donation coming through. Thank you guys so much. You can keep on donating, and we just appreciate it all.
Yeah, so that was another. I'm just trying to add this all up. Wellesley in the main event, by the way, 482 tipped in there. That got us back to the 0.69 mark. So shout out to him.
Let's go.
$75 from Ace Player 463 also shot in there as well. We also had a $2.99 super chat from BC. I'm adding this all to the tally, and T-Bell with a $50 donation as well. All told, at the end of this thing, and I'm just counting up our donation link here real quick. So give me 1 second. 2644. Oh, 46. We got another $2. 46.69. All told, you guys helped. I'm gonna go back onto our webcam screen here. All told, you guys donated $3,415
And 69 cents.
49 cents technically, because of all the Australian and Canadian dollars on the YouTube side. So the link looks perfect. We got 69 cents added right there. That number at the top is actually the number I will send to Jerry tonight. I already have the link to his account that I will be sending over. I actually texted Justin Starling to get it. And then apparently Logan Leitzel sent a screenshot to Jerry of you guys sending a bunch of donations. So that's why Jerry called me. But yes, $3,415 and basically 50 cents. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting. I mean, Chase Miller, MVP of the night, at least 500, maybe 1,000. We don't really know, but so much money. I have Jerry as a friend. I was just gonna Venmo him or do something because I was just waiting, and I was like, I just want to send him something that he can have right now, or send it to his wife. And I was like, oh, cool. If he's going to get this right after, might as well help pump up that green bar and those numbers. And man, it was just blown away by everyone so quickly and so much support. And it's freaking awesome.
Unreal,
it feels
dude.
so good. And it's like, I'm so excited. I saw how happy he was just hearing him on the phone when he called you. And
he couldn't believe it when he heard the number. He was like, really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I certainly will let Jerry know that you guys are all praying for him. Like I said, I'm going to write down all of the messages that were included with the donations. I'll also send that to him as well, so he has it. I mean, he's been getting a ton of messages and a ton of support, but I think this one will certainly mean a lot, because you could even hear him on the phone. Like, he's like, man, I haven't really even been around the sim community for 7-8 years, like he said. Like, he knows of it, and it's kind of funny because he'd always comment on the sim videos we posted on like Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
So he knew about it for sure, but I don't think he realized just how much you guys still cared about him and appreciated him as a person. So even for me, a huge thank you, because I love Jerry as a person. I've always been a great friend to him. And I didn't know that there was this much of an overwhelming support still in the sim community. So from my side, I just want to say thank you guys for what you did tonight. It is amazing. You guys are the best. And seriously, like, Awood just took his hat off. Like, hats off to you guys. Seriously, that was freaking sane. And thank you.
Yeah, I want everyone in the YouTube comments after this video is posted, go out there, tell me your favorite Jerry story, why you like him, if you've met him, if you've raced against him in sim. If you guys comment And yeah, just go ahead and tell us, and maybe give him something else to read. You know, if he had some impact on you, riding a 1985 CR250 at Loretta's and just being an absolute sicko, and just going out and, you know, anything, whether you met him in the pits, please go out there and leave us a nice comment for maybe him to read. Appreciate all the support once again, and yeah, that link will still work too in the future, I think. So
yeah. Anything that still comes through, I'll keep sending it over.
It's still in there. Yeah, we're just passing it on from us to him, and we appreciate you guys so much. And it looks like we are going to update you on some championship points and get on out of here.
Yes, we are. I'm going to jump back over to our live screen real quick so you guys can see this as well. Whoops, that is the wrong source. Apologies. There we go. Okay, so now that you guys can see it, 450 standings are up to date. That is what it looks like right now. 2-point lead for Colby Eaglin. Leclerc actually jumps to third in the standings over Seth Shirley, who had a pretty rough night at the races once again. But man, I don't think we would have thought a few weeks ago that Colby Eaglin would be leading the championship with 2 to go, but here we are.
It was kind of like not like a dream or like a hope, obviously, because I don't want to. I'm literally friends with Braden Carter more. I've like never talked to Eaglin, but just for like our streams week in and week out, I would love to see a championship battle. And I kind of saw the writing on the wall with Braden Carter's bad starts and just the way it's been going. And I mean, now at least it's straight up. You know, you can't pray for something. Like I said, it's who gets the start, who works their way through the field, who avoids the lappers, who has that race sense and avoiding down riders and all that stuff. And it's on. There's 2 more races. Literally, whoever wins will win out. So just go out there, and I wish the best for those guys, and hope there's no one else getting into that, and we just see an awesome championship fight for either Colby Eaglin's 450 Supercross title or Braden Carter's 5th in a row.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll take a look at 250 E standings real quick as well. Matherly up 13 on Johnny Padani with the showdown still to go. And we head to Denver next week, where Braden Tharp will look to clinch. He had an opportunity to clinch last time out at the showdown in Philadelphia. Couldn't quite get it done. Jake Spieth is still mathematically alive for this championship, and so we'll see if he can keep it alive one more week after Denver, but at least next week, Tharp certainly in a good spot to try to clinch this title. And that is going to do it for us here at Start Your Systems. Thank you guys again. Like I said, I seriously can't say thank you enough for the support tonight. It is really, really cool to see a community like this, as historic as this. I mean, it's an old community. It's not even, we have young players, but it's been around for so long, and to still have this much, you know, effort behind it and visibility and people that actually care about the people within the community as well enough to donate this much money is insane, and just shows that, yeah, whether it's Sim or MX Bikes or even the new Supercross game, you guys love moto games and you love the people that are associated with it. And I love you guys because you are those types of people that will just go in all the way and not be shy about loving moto games like I do. So thank you guys again for the support. Any final thoughts, Andrew Wood?
Just thank you guys again so much. Thank you, Kellen, for having me. Excited for this series, but all the best for our guy Jerry Robin. And this was a fun little stream that turned into a benefit stream kind of, and holy crap, we did it. So.
Holy crap, we did it indeed. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to round 15 of MotoOption Supercross. Thanks to RaceFactorGaming.com and the Race Factor Gaming track crew for all their work, MotoOption Clothing for supporting the series as they do always, and all of you guys for tuning in week after week. We'll be back next week for round 16 in Denver. Hope to see you guys then. If not, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and we'll see you guys again soon. So long for now.